Welcome to the CrashOut. We live.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Another week of the CrashOut podcast. We are on episode 67. Damn, we almost. I'm not gonna lie.
67.
67.
100, man.
Episode 67.
Damn.
Let me stop before my
Yeah,
daughter's
man.
running down here. What was that?
But yeah, man, what's going on, everybody? You know, we're back with another week. It's not like too much going on, but we got a couple topics, you know, some interesting stuff, you know. The gaming industry always got some stuff going on, so gonna talk about that. Speedstorm just showed some new characters, you know. Gonna talk about divisions and some stuff that I don't know. It's almost seeming like GameLoft got something against Brazil, man. But you know, we gonna get into it. But you already know my name is Nano_Blaster. You call me Nano. Mr. Caleb, man, what's good?
Yo, what's good? It is Caleb Blackflash, the Speedstorm, and I'm coming back to the April Fools. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, April 1st, you know what I mean? But nah, I ain't gonna say too much, you know, gang, damn. But yeah, good to be back another episode, talk about some, you know, $1,000 new consoles that are gonna be coming out, and PlayStation every single month keeps upping the PS5 prices. Get into that, but yeah, good to be back for another episode. I'll give my 2 cents when I can. But yeah, I guess Sammy, go ahead and let the people.
Going on, y'all? You already know. It's Sammy Namakaze. The energy's low, but we just getting started. I've been playing a lot of Crimson Desert, and if you want, you can catch me on stream tomorrow. I'll be playing some more Crimson Desert. Gotta love it. I was playing Arc Raiders yesterday. That new update's crazy. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, it's gonna be a good night. Lots of good topics to talk about. Some crazy topics to talk about as well. Maybe some drama. Who knows? But yeah, definitely gonna enjoy my night with the fellas and you guys, of course. Angel, top us off.
Top us off. Whoa.
Poppy of Speedstorm. Yo, welcome
Awesome.
everybody to episode 67. Yo, episode 67 is crazy, y'all. Episode 67, y'all. We made it all. We got a couple of topics to talk about, you know. Angel coming in hot. Fucking somebody's wife like Tupac did Faith. You know what I'm saying? April Fools. April Fools. April Fools. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Ghost of Movie gonna get your ass.
Yo, that's
Documentary.
crazy. Damn.
How you feeling about this, man?
Oh shit, that's crazy. Anyways, you know, we don't do that in the community out here. But yeah, yo, let's get this podcast ready to go. April Fool's Day already, yo. It's my birthday month, so you already know we about to get lit this month, yo. We're gonna do big things for this birthday. You probably gotta do a birthday stream and, you know, celebrate 420 because it's 4 days after my birthday. Let's go, chat.
Damn, it's a parade inside your city, yeah?
Hey.
Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, OneWingedAngel with the family. Blackflash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass
All right, all right. Right here.
All right. I guess let's start off. We'll start off with our first topic with Speedstorm. You know what I'm saying? Not too much news, but well, we do got some news. I guess first, do we want to start with divisions or we want to talk about the new characters that just released? What we want to do first?
Might as well just do divisions because it's gonna be a 1, 2, 3.
All right. Well, hey, the division. What's it called? Super Division Season 1 is coming to a close. We had our matches last weekend, and we have our winners. I don't believe they have the scores on the site right, but the winners for it was BRZ Final Boss versus the Lowland Thunder, and what's it called? The Dons of Speedstorm versus what's Seymour's team?
The Lateborn.
The Lateborn. So definitely some spicy matches. You know, what I'm saying? You know, all some of the best players in the game on both teams, all teams that play. But you know, there was only one team, two teams had to lose, and I guess we'll start off with the Final Boss with Lowland Thunder. And Lowland definitely had their redemption. They were beaten early. I know they wanted to get back, but the Final Boss, you know, they definitely had a second health bar, and they ended up beating.
I got the scores up, by the way.
Angel, what's the score?
Final Boss and Lowland Thunder. Final Boss wins 319 points to Lowland Thunder's 256. Wolf MVP of that match, 108 points. Rugo 89, Valek 74, Hayes 48. Lowland Thunders, he had Goblin King leading his team with 87 points. Cedric 70, Nell 56, and Sandwalks 43. Ferrari did not play this match, and I guess something had to do with his power or something. So he couldn't even race.
Oh, you think that might have made a difference?
Wait, so who played for them?
Sandwalks.
Oh, okay.
Sandwalks can definitely hold his own, but
definitely could hold his own. But I feel like Ferrari was one of the best brawlers in the game. Like he definitely could have put up some points.
Yeah, that definitely was.
So like this could have been a lot more closer. You know what I'm saying? A lot more closer.
Yeah.
True.
And then
what's that? Yeah, and then we had what's it called? Yeah, the also the second semifinal match for Super Division semifinal versus the Lateborn. My bad. The Dons of Speedstorm. Or did I? Yeah, I got that's the right matchup, right?
The Dons versus the Lateborn, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll end up getting the score for that.
Dons had 322. Lateborn had 254. You had Dino with 110, Tayep with 105, Falcon with 66, and Tom 4K with 41. Then you had real special one with 76, Elfin 67, Maisie 66, and Seymour at 45.
Dang.
And then this one was another one that was around the same thing as the Final Boss versus Lowland Thunders. I feel like I don't even know this one. Maybe I don't know if. Well, again, Dons didn't have Toxic. I don't think Toxic was playing, so they didn't have the big four, but they still did their thing without the big four.
Yeah, just shows even without Toxic or other people playing, the team was so strong they can put it in four combination. Still gonna be a strong top tier.
Facts.
But I think this the Lateborns first time in divisions as a team, and they made it pretty far.
It was a random team put together.
Yeah, so actually very impressive. And there's some new people, but not only a new team, but some people who first started doing divisions and to make it to the semifinals this far is actually very impressive, especially in so losing to the Dons is definitely nothing to be ashamed of. The Dons have been like a top tier team since divisions have started. So, making this far is definitely impressive. Because, a lot of teams, sometimes end up kind of struggling or not winning. But no, they came. And they're like, no, we're going to come to the division. We finna take over.
Yep.
Finna do our thing. So it was good to see that.
I agree.
Facts.
And shout out to the players. Shout out to everybody on that team. Might be out, but I don't know. I have you guys heard any type of words on if they plan on like staying as a team for next season?
I think they are. I think Maisie said that they're gonna, at least most of them are gonna stay.
Okay. But yeah, I'd like to see them give it another go and see the chemistry, get better and they know how each other work and it's always nice to see teams like stay together.
I guess you could say Maisie is kind of a veteran, been a top player holding lots of. I'm sure he had his putting his team on, different stuff. So it was a good run, yeah.
Fun fact: Maisie pointed this out. I was like, Maisie's probably one of the few players that have been around so many different teams.
He's what y'all trying to say? He KD? Kevin Durant?
Hey, Maisie said that. He said y'all been tossing around like crazy, and he's not wrong.
Oh,
He's not wrong because he was like
different teams.
He was S tier, and then at the S tier, there's the Dark Side Riders. Before the Dark Side Riders, he was in a different team. I forget what team he was before those.
It's on the Absence team.
Absence team. Yeah, that's 3 different teams.
speaking of teams, I had a DM not too long ago. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and it might look like it's a reunion.
Oh, we joining divisions again? Okay, I see you.
Hey man, I got the word out from Absent. He said, "Look, we bringing back the snipers." I said,
I don't know about
April Fools,
yeah. Definitely an April Fools.
Nice try, Sammy. Nice try.
it was too good to be true.
Yeah, man,
You ain't touching this game again.
I had to hit up Hot Pockets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully the homie's good, man. I gotta check. We gotta check up on him, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, the group chat's still there. We can do that for sure.
But definitely shout out to Late Born. Definitely a team I want to see in it next season. So do they have to play for 3rd place?
It's optional, but if they want to, yeah, it'll be the Late Born versus the Land Thunders for 3rd place.
That'll be a good match. Who you got in a potential 3rd place match if they do decide to do that? Who y'all got?
Lowland Thunder.
I have Lowland Thunders, but I actually think it'd be kind of close.
Oh yeah, it'll be real close.
Yeah, I think that's an evenly matched team. Go both ways. So
Also,
either way, I wouldn't fault anybody for their prediction.
No, Dons and Final Boss. That one's an interesting one.
Here's the thing. I think the Dons, I feel like, have the most potential, but the Final Boss are more consistent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Dons definitely have what it takes to beat the Final Boss. They have the skill. It's just whether they show up and perform. I feel like the Final Boss is always perform at a high level consistent. So that's going to be the difference maker. If the Dons can actually bring out their best when it matters.
Technically, this season, they both beat each other one time. So it's very even.
All they need is to make sure Has ain't on the delayed system, and they good.
In his own universe right now, man. I don't know what that man doing.
I think when they lost, Falcon was struggling.
Falcon need to get
Oh,
back to being a
yeah.
top 3 brawler again.
Well, I mean, hey, they won the last encounter.
Now, if y'all want a quick little preview of what's of the history, you know, KH did make a trailer. I got it up on here, so if you guys want to
Yep.
take a look at the
Also, so we got a trailer for the final match. A little trailer
Yes.
preview.
we
Yeah,
definitely do. We definitely do. Shout out
Hey,
to
we better not
KH.
get a copyright strike. That's all I'm saying.
Then KH copyright this is crazy.
I made that video. I own you. I made you.
Made y'all.
And I'm making a new podcast.
Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's lock in.
Lock in.
I don't hear no audio.
Shout out to
coming
Smart.
from
We
this.
won!
Do y'all hear audio?
Video either.
Y'all don't hear audio
Nah.
coming out of this? Why is no audio coming out of this?
Oh, I hear it now.
Oh, you do hear it?
Yeah, I hear the audio.
Okay.
It's working.
Okay, let's make it short because I could not hear it. Refresh it then.
Let's go. Let's go, y'all.
You guys.
Let's lock in.
Lock in. We won! We won! 182, 178. North America wins! Toxic and clutch! Toxic clutch! North America wins! 182, 178. Oh, let's go! That's the
One win.
upset of the tournament, you guys.
This is a Brazil win, but I don't think it's enough though. Don's clinch. Oh, the Don's clinch. Damn, a perfect 12-0 record. That's a final loss victory right there.
Guys, we're taking for 4 points. We're taking the top. We are unbeatable, guys. Let's go.
Imperial Brazil has clinched the 2025 Speedstorm World Cup.
DRZ Final Boss has not lost a competitive Speedstorm match since mid-April. Who's going to take them down?
Let's go.
1-2-5. And the Final Boss just beat the Dawn, guys. It's a Dawn's victory, baby. Oh my God, the Dawn's beat the Final Boss.
We lose. The Dawn clinch the championship match.
We are in the finals.
One of the greatest rivalries in competitive Speedstorm will write one more chapter.
Finals is going to be the Dons versus the final boss. Wolf called out Toxic for this match. Well, we just heard the words from Wolf. He said the final boss is going to retire with the crown.
Oh man, that yo, Travi, that shit gives me the chills. He did a good job with that hype. He definitely hyped that match up.
Yeah, KH always does good with his video edits and intros and cinematic stuff. You know, he definitely does his thing. So another banger by KH. But nah, yeah, it's going down for this final.
Toxic said it can't happen.
Damn, we'll say he's gonna retire the final boss team with a W. Damn.
Damn.
He said they're gonna go down
Let
like
it go out.
goats. That's crazy.
I don't think the Don's gonna want that to happen, man.
He gonna say they're gonna beat the final boss and then they can't retire?
Listen, man, they can retire. The Don's just gonna try to make sure it's not on the W.
Hey, look, man, they're 1v1 right now. They both got one win on each other. You know, final boss got the first W. Dons came back and got the win back and beat the undefeated streak. Now this is for all the marbles. This is the squash match. Who's gonna
Yeah.
take it?
No, man.
Ali versus Fraser.
Who's Ali and who's Frazier?
Good
This
question.
is the main event of Speedstorm right here. Coming live.
You got a banger trailer with a banger match with some banger players. It's gonna be lit, man. But I mean, hold on. So Sammy, who do you have?
I never said I had anybody, but the way it's looking out right now, it looks like, one team is the 16 Warriors and the other team is the 17 Cavs.
Damn.
Two
Mhm.
legendary teams, 8 legendary players. Who's going to take the W? Who's going to take the W?
I got the Dons, man. I'm rolling with the Dons.
It could be either or. I feel like it's whoever is hungrier the most. Whoever put in that work in practice and got their shit perfect lines
You know what?
and
Now that you
shit like
mentioned
that.
Angel, knowing Wolf, when that man is on a mission, mind you guys, I've experienced this man too many times. When this man's on a mission,
I don't know if his girl will like that, man. But
hey man,
anyway,
when this man is on a mission, it's hard for him not to succeed. So
Yeah, Sammy still has some leftover Brazil beatdown residue.
damn it, Reach.
Spicy, man. This is spicy. I mean, yeah, I think Wolf in the final boss probably did like the epic, crazy 5-hour USA practice sessions every day. So they're
Yeah,
probably
they
in
would.
tip top shape. They hopped in the hyperbolic time chamber. They came out Ultra Instinct, all of them.
They heard that USA does 5-hour practice. Wolf was like, we doing 6.
Yeah, never again. Talk about why I'm retired.
This man's like, I gotta be the number 1 Black Panther.
Well, no, I want you to do that for rivals.
listen, bro, it's
Especially when you do you practice that long and you still lose no boss or the dom? Waste of time.
But that is all the talk for divisions in the finals.
well, we do
Now,
have to say that whatchamacallit, it's right now it's kind of iffy because I don't know. Game Loft seems to got something against Brazil, man.
Brazil. Yeah.
Because if for y'all that don't know, there's a bug going on to where if you're on a Brazilian servers and you set your game up for you play on mobile, you can't log back onto your PC account. So right now Brazil's kind of fucked right now because I think Wolf can't play the game because of that right now. I don't know if any of the other players from Brazil has gotten this or is dealing with this as well. But I know Wolf said he can't play the game right now, so he's kind of pissed at that. Rightfully so.
I mean, they sent out a notification in game about it.
You know what's crazy? Anytime that there's something in the community, whether it's in the official game or unofficial, and it has to do with like the world, Brazil's always affected.
Yeah, they try to snub Brazil on the money
Yep, they snub Brazil on the money for the time trial shit.
for the speed. Yeah,
Now they're snubbing Brazil in the comp scene. So I guess Speedstorm really be watching, like devs at Game Law, they really be watching this shit.
yeah,
Like,
they
fuck Brazil.
yeah, they're not
Guys
messing with
about it.
Brazil for whatever game law.
They gonna take the money in the time trials. We can't let that happen.
what do
They
you
gonna
want?
win divisions again. We can't let that happen.
Oh,
Also, we do got some big news
Where?
for the villain season. I'm sure you guys have noticed the end game, but they have showed off all of the that will be coming within the next season, and it has been revealed, and your boy, I know a lot of people are angry with the incredible season because they felt like some people got left out, but they didn't forget about your boy Syndrome will be coming in the villain season.
I don't care about that shit.
As well as you might not care. A lot of people.
No.
Sammy act like I don't care. Nobody cares. Nah, people care.
You making it trying to seem like it's hype. Like you know better than anyone here since playing this season. It ain't hype because all that's gonna happen is these villains are gonna drop, and you gonna have to pay for the villains pack, $50 for 3 characters.
They'll have the villains pack, but they'll probably have their tails too.
So yeah,
you might be able to.
Your boy right there, Syndrome, looking fly. He is a trickster.
Jack.
Oh, that's dope. Actual good class.
I don't mind Syndrome, but what about Jack?
Syndrome joins the race. Also,
he's a baby.
I just want y'all to know, once we go through these racers, I
crazy.
just got a statement to say because, that's savage.
He look kind of weird. He built like Hank Hill, bro.
Fucking, there's the regular Pete, guys. We now officially have the regular Pete in the game in season 19. He's also a brawler too, which is crazy.
Pete versus Pete.
And then we got the man.
Steamboat Pete, just like there's a Steamboat Mickey and Mickey, the real Pete, not the Steamboat version.
The man Shan Yu. Also a brawler.
Her villain.
I thought he was gonna release on when they first came out with the Mulan season, because I mean they was coming out with characters, 4 or 5 characters a season. So I thought he would have been in the game, but it's good that they, finally added him. He looks dope.
He does.
You gotta get out on one knee.
We got the last racer that was supposed to be in the Big Hero 6 season, Yokai. Defender. I'm still baffled that they made him a defender.
Yokai or Yogurt?
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 I feel like Yokai. I feel like again, there is some defenders that are villains, but I felt like we didn't get no brawlers, we didn't get no tricksters last season. I thought this season was gonna be filled with tricksters and brawlers since it was a villain season.
Let me ask y'all something. I know it's been a minute since I played the game, so maybe that's why. But has there ever been a villain that's a speedster?
I mean, technically, Corello.
Yeah,
that's it. Damn,
I think so.
And he's like the Disney princess.
Last but not least, another trickster, full Mother Gotha from the Tangle series is in the race.
Oh, she be tricking niggas?
She's gonna be tricking, bro. She's gonna be tricking.
I could see Syndrome being a defender though.
No, with all these,
look at that man defend.
Guys, the leaks were true. The leaks were true.
Yo, she looking good, low key. Mother Gotha. Okay.
So based off these leaks, guys, that means next season we're gonna have Peter Pan, Captain Hook,
I ain't coming back,
and Tinkerbell. And then it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be the guy from Fantasia. I forget the fucking Sternabog or Sternberg or Sternberg. Yeah, whatever the name is. But apparently that's been replaced with Merida, so we might see Merida as a mid-season for the next, not this season coming up, but for season 20. And I forget who the other mid-season was. I don't even have the file no more.
They could have done Wizard Mickey from Fantasia.
What do y'all think about the villain show?
They would have gave some love over there.
Are there any villains that y'all feel like are not in for the villain season that you wish were in?
Truthfully, I don't know.
I think they got
Jackson Storm.
Yes.
I think they got a good amount of them.
I mean, what season is still missing a villain? Or at least one collection, at least.
Jackson Storm.
Is Jackson Storm a villain? I wouldn't say he's a villain. He's more of a
like an anti-villain, I guess.
He's just an opt to light in between your own villain. He's like
that. But I mean, like he definitely could be missing.
Meanwhile, the villain is Chick Hicks because he tried to kill the king on the trap. Well, I mean, if they were to add Cars character, well, you want Jackson Storm. Basically, I mean, they got a Jackson Storm. I see what you mean, Sam. They got a Jackson Storm, you know, player icon banner and all of. Like, he definitely seems like a character that should be in the game.
It'll probably come like a season later or 2 seasons later.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, also there's superchargers in the shop if you want Dash. Supercharge, you know, you spend a $9.99, and apparently he has like a mini clock, so it doesn't go that far. But basically, his ability is a mini clock, and then he runs after that.
That is crack, bro. So they're saying, well, he's a speedster, but he ain't the fastest on his feet. We'll boost him on the supercharge.
Yeah, he can tap into the speed force for just a little bit,
That's
and he can go.
Does he go faster when he runs or no?
Does sound like it.
But yeah, I mean, he doesn't go fast when he runs. I was looking at somebody who had it. It seemed like he was going the same 165, but right when you use it, you like clock forward a little bit. So I think that's because initially without supercharge, you like slow down and then run. And a lot of times when you're slowing down before you run, you pop with something. But the fact that now you use the ability, you'll like teleport forward a little bit and then run. It definitely will make him better. Be able to like break ahead or break away better.
Oh yeah, Travi, Rex or Lady Tremaine is the other one. So Merida or either Lady Tremaine or Rex. That's the mid-season for season 20. Which is interesting to see if Rex would be a character since he is a crew member.
They gotta do that. They gotta do that for damn. Mushu.
Yeah, if anybody should be a racer that's still a crew, Mushu's definitely fits the bill.
I was shocked when he was.
No, Wasabi. Oh, so yeah. Also, they right now we have the. So they, you know, obviously, you know, I'm doing what I can to get her charged, but they did show her epic racer, and it's Wasabi. And you know what? Back when we were, you know, speculating that Frozone was gonna be a character. We were talking about the Big Hero 6 season. We were like, they better not make Go Lago a freaking, you know, epic crew member. And Lombo, he's an epic crew member. Our worst fears have come true.
Yeah.
They did Wasabi dirty, bruh. they made him a freaking Pokemon card. That's crazy.
They put him on a t-shirt.
Yeah, dude. So I'm just like, man. They're like, all right, we gave you Frozone. We have some black characters in the game. We ain't gonna give you Princess Tiana. We ain't gonna give you Wasabi. You get Frozone to be
Why
quiet.
you out here sound like Stink Me?
Yeah, game's off employee. You know, give me the Stink Meter vibe. But yeah, so. Go, make sure you get Go this week. I think for the next, like, I think you can get some shards by, I think, what's it called, in the event. And I think in the next 2 days, you'll have an opportunity to get some more shards. At the end of the event, they'll have like a leader shard. Yeah.
Yeah, so Angel, what were you gonna say? Because you said after all this you was gonna.
No, I was just talking about how the leaks were through basically.
Oh, okay.
That's all. And then, you know, kind of give the sneak preview that pretty much so far this leaker was factual this whole time. So any leaks that comes from this guy is pretty credible.
He's credible at this point now.
Yeah.
All right, so where's the Princess Tiana leak?
So
Still waiting on it. We're still waiting on
What do you
it.
think about all this news here?
Oh, man. I think it's cool that the villains are in the game, but like I said, it's kind of hard to be excited because of what, you know.
Because they're not going to be included in the golden pass, bro. That's I really hope that you know, we go into this new season and they changed it and we can get the characters of the past again. But I feel like that's something that they would announce, and they haven't announced it. So
Yeah, they need to go back, man.
Honestly, there ain't no way they're gonna sell a villains pack when these characters should have been in their own season in the golden pack. So if they do, that's egregious.
yeah, I think they won't make as much money as they did for the cars. Cars was highly requested. If they try to go the same route and sell a $50 box to unlock the villains, I guarantee you they would not make as much.
You never know. Syndrome looks like the guy that everyone
People was buying $50 boxes.
They're gonna be buying for Syndrome.
No.
Yeah,
As much as people like,
people are buying that card pack. Remember Angel was exposing them?
yeah, but the cards is like crack for Disney. Like, I don't, you know, as much as people like the Incredible, I don't think people are gonna be like shelling out for Syndrome like
going to be cracked for Disney, but apparently
like they card. No, cards in a kart racing game. Yeah, like this is probably the most hyped season ever. I don't think people know.
I think we can call it overhyped at this point.
Ooh, hey, yeah, I think that's fair.
All the hype seasons always get watered down by game law. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's because they think because it's something that people are want to look, you know, do what they want or like, you know, scam it. Basically, they're like, oh, you know, people want this, so we can do whatever we want, and they'll spend money. And that's essentially. So they kind of ruined the most hyped seasons, you know, out of greed.
when they could be making the most money off of these seasons. Like they think they're making money this way. Like, bro, you're probably making like margins. Like you're probably just hitting your margins. Whereas if you just did it the right way, the consumer friendly way, you'd make so much.
Yeah, it's about getting like new players. Like, cause I mean, the advertising, they go to like PlayStation, IGN, they'll do some Disney Speedstorm trailer, and I'll from the comments, yo, this looks dope. Oh my gosh, like cards characters. Oh my gosh, incredible. I might try this game out. And it's like they don't even realize, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So it's like they ruined their own, like they literally have the hype, but then they just ruin it with their practice for every hype season. Yeah. So
could you imagine going back to where it was before season 7 and it's just like, oh, I can earn this character just by playing the game long enough? All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invest my time. That means you gotta play ranked. You know what I mean? That means you gotta be really in the game, playing actively. That means there's more people staying on your game. Oh, I just unlocked Lightning McQueen, but I gotta sit on rank to level them up. You know what? How much is it gonna cost to get some shards? Oh, $5? All right, let me spend. Oh, I got them to 3 stars. Wait. But I can get them higher. You know what? Another $5? Okay, 4 star. Another $5? All right, 5 star. You know what I mean? Like at that point, you made $15 off of this guy. And now you're saying, oh shit, but now I want Tollmater. You could easily make $30 depending on what season they like the most. Instead, you think, oh, you know, $50, and then, you know, they get these characters, but you think they're gonna spend more money to level them up at that point? You gotta be out of your mind. When you could have just made $60 off of like 2 characters in the one season. Not to mention all the other seasons they missing out now. They thinking, oh, you know, I just get these characters shards. Once I get them, I level them up, and then when I don't want to play rank no more, whatever the case is, I don't want to grind no more, I spend $5 to upgrade.
Yeah.
Like, you know how easy money that is, but I don't know who's on Gain Loss Financial Department team, because.
But I mean, their financial department team is not dumb because they know people ain't got self-control or will shell out. So
yeah,
that's why they do it. So
they scratching the surface level. Like their financial department is like. It's like
they definitely get more potential. They're going more for the money than the longevity.
Yeah, they're just trying to milk people rather than, you know, putting the carrot in front of them and leading them.
Yeah, that's predatory mobile gaming. So you know, yeah. Welcome to mobile. There you go.
Welcome to Gotcha Gaming.
Yeah, Gotcha Gaming.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we
when, you know, when I said Speedstorm was like my last Gotcha game, but go ahead, Caleb. My bad.
I was gonna say, man, we've already done that. You know, probably hours. You know, talking about this. You know, on the previous episodes. You know, ranting about you know, it's the same old stuff. So, you know, but yeah. I think that is pretty much the store news, though. Same old, you know. You know, we get excited about the new characters, the game off on game. Yeah, we ain't gotta be the devil. So, but yeah, that is all the Speedstorm. If you let's say if money in the thing, and you gonna pay whatever, you got some new characters coming. You know what I'm saying? Villains. I don't know if there's I don't think there's a new track, unfortunately, but we'll have new characters. I believe what's called for the rank reset. So one thing, hopefully for next season they fix the rank mode, because right now it's kind of dead. I know they said that, I think they said the first season they're gonna reset it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's dead because of what they did that turned off a lot of players.
Yeah, that's fair. And then the rewards weren't really rewards.
That too. They need to really definitely up that reward or something, like make that top 10 be able to get like a nice amount of fucking the token currency, the new token currency. That almost incentivizes people to play.
Okay.
Man, I will say, you know, in terms of like Speedstorm, yeah, the game's not doing good. But in terms of, you know, the comp scene, that's where the game is. And if you've been living under a rock, last week Friday, you know, on the request of Ferrari, I dropped the first interview, the Europe interviews.
So all the other requests, the years didn't matter. All right, Ferrari asked 2 years later, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, Ferrari had to put a gun to this motherfucker head, bro.
Hey, I didn't want him in my DMs like Soft Rallis, let me say that. Them Europeans don't play in the DMs, man.
Man, Sammy, that was so anticipated. The anticipation for it, you know, I'm glad you finally released it, though. You know, I was surprised. You know, obviously, it would have been way more if you released it like a week after the interview or something, but, you know, better late than never.
Better late than never.
I've been getting some reception, so.
That's good.
What has anybody said anything about the video, man?
Yeah, so apparently Toxic felt like he was disrespected.
Oh shit!
Said I was the only one that had his back. I was like, yup. Hey, Toxic, you forgot, man. You didn't read the disclaimer. I said this happened like 2 years ago, so people's minds would have probably changed by then. So, you know, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That Toxic 2 years ago is a different Toxic than what you are now. You know what I'm saying?
Toxic, don't act like you was a Toxic villain 2 years ago in the Speedstorm game. He was the anti-hero.
He was an anti-hero.
No, Toxic was the Jackson Storm to the Stream Factory. You know what I'm saying?
Vigilante.
So, yeah, he was the antagonist of our story. Maybe in his story.
I know Wolf definitely checked it out.
Well, I mean, if you want to be technical, the villains are always the hero in their own story.
No,
Stop.
And I know that interview, you know, we was talking about a lot of tech, so I don't know, maybe we see in the next season of Divisions some people implementing that tech.
Okay. Bullshit, man. I mean, I can't wait to see the reception of the NA one, man.
Oh, that one's gonna be the last one. Next one's gonna be USA.
You mean you?
Yeah, there's no we in this.
Hey, guys. This week, Friday, USA. Big USA. Make sure you tune in for that one.
Sammy's never been a CP time allegation.
If y'all don't tune in this week for the USA one, NA's gonna have to wait a bit longer.
That's crazy. He said tune in.
Every time I hear USA, I keep thinking about that clip of Halo when he was like, USA!
It was high. It was hype when I was invested. At the time.
Good days, man. The good days.
No, man.
People was crying to get on that team.
Bro, we were killing it. Papa finals.
Now, I thought Speedstorm was going to take off on.
We was gonna get USA jerseys.
And when they see this, they're gonna put us on the front page. We're gonna be on the website and shit.
Yeah, that kind of was when I feel like that was like when shit was lit though.
Yeah, it was, because the game was still in a good place at the time.
Man.
It was after the World Cup when the game fell off, really.
But hey, man, but we do appreciate you actually dropping it, man. So, you know, looking forward to the next couple drops.
Yes, sir. That USA one's pretty lit, too.
Yeah, it was.
If you want to know the spicy drama about how USA felt about everybody, make sure you tune in this Friday.
I don't even think we talked about.
Yeah, there was some shit that was said.
I know we talked about a lot of stuff that had to do on our team.
Yep, that too.
Come on, let's race.
Yeah, man.
If you want to know why Team USA came second, you make sure you watch. Get the inside scoop.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Hey, shout out.
Now I remember. I remember that now.
Hey, look. Sorry, oh, it's bad. It fucking collateral.
Bruh.
Saying better have his pants on.
Hey, that man probably was like, see what you y'all read what you saw. Oh man, I still feel like we enjoyed stuff, but you know,
I'm crying, bro.
Yeah, that was a funny one. But hey, man, I guess we could move on to the next topic. What we got?
Oh man. So the next topic, it's a little bit of a small one. But recently, Arc Raiders got their update. Since they did the roadmap back in I want to say December, we had 4 months of like the game cycle getting an update. And this one was the second last update in the roadmap, and from what was shown in the roadmap, it looked like it was going to be decently sized in terms of what they were bringing to the game. So they took the shredders, the thing that was killing everyone when Stellamontes dropped, and they're like, you know what, y'all talking about the arc ain't strong enough, and the arc are getting too easily, like players are getting too easily accustomed to the arc. Now we're just gonna throw shredders on every map, and you're gonna have to figure it out. On top of that, like, it ain't hard already dodging comets when they can pretty much one-shot you if you're not careful. And then fireflies, if you get caught off guard and you're out in the open, say goodbye. So now you gotta worry about 3 different lethal arcs that they added not too long ago to the game that could literally kill you if you're not careful. And then they said, you know what, we're gonna add a new map condition. And in this map condition, when you drop in there, yeah, you can get the new gun, the new blueprint for the new gun, but guess what? You'll probably die trying. You know, it felt like a 50 Cent moment, you know, get the blueprint or die trying, because with this new game mode, you got this new arc. Yup, another new arc, a flying arc. It's called the Vaporizer, and it's in the name. It'll vaporize you. A blue laser will shoot out from the middle, and if you get touched once by that laser, say goodbye, bro. It's almost a damn near one shot. The amount of time, like, if you stand there for 1 second, you're done. You know how many times I loaded in that map condition, Nano, guys, and I've seen the amount of flares just go off into the sky, and I'm like, whoa, I just loaded in this shit. How's everyone dying? I swear to God. Like, it's that crazy. And a lot of people have been spending their time in this game mode. The player count has seen an uptick because of that. People are talking about their experiences with this new game mode, and I enjoyed it too. I tried it myself. I will say I didn't die, but literally I had an experience where it was my turn to open. It was my turn to breach one of the locked vaults on the accessor. So the accessor is like this platform. It's like an arc probe. It'll come down from the sky. It's like a rocket, and it'll land in the spot. And in that area, 2 vaporizers will hover over it with some hornets and some wasps. But at the time, I was like, there's nothing there. There's no arc in the sky to protect this. Let me go see if I can loot this thing. So there's a red laser that shoots up to let you know if it hasn't been tinkered with, like other players didn't try to loot it yet. And once it's been looted, a flare will shoot up and the laser will disappear. So I was like, you know what? Let me go try and take something from this. I go there, someone else is there with me, and he's just looking. He hasn't done this shit before yet, and he's just watching my back. And then as soon as as soon as I open this shit, so if you've never played Arc Raiders before, the way arcs spawn in the game, they'll drop from the orbit. And I kid you not, 4 arcs dropped. As I opened this shit, I didn't even look what was inside. I closed and ran out. The minute I closed and ran out, all I heard was like a loud siren noise. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I kid you not, there was a cliff. I jumped off the cliff. I didn't even care about my life. And I died. Not taking the arc. It's because I jumped off the cliff and I took fall damage. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Apparently, the other guy told me, because when he got to my body, I was down and he was trying to pick me up, but he got down later on. But as he was coming down to pick me up, he told me, bro, you dodged that laser, that shit would have took you out. I was like, yeah, I heard something buzzing. And I saw a lot of people, their flares go off early on in the map before I met you and we went to go do this shit myself. So I figured whatever it was from that new arc. Bro, I got so scared, I killed myself. Yep. And then when I went back, I went back another time. I loaded in another time, and I went back just to see what this new thing was. And bro, I see it firsthand how diabolical this thing is. People were running around the map like their heads were cut off. And literally, you see one laser shoot out, and honestly, I started playing the funeral music. People started dying. Flares started going off. It was crazy.
You had no faith?
Nah, bro. It's the first day that this shit drops. You think I have faith on these people? They don't know this shit. I didn't even know what to do with this shit. I jumped off a cliff.
Arc Raiders feel like the most popular game right now.
In terms of player count, yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. Arc Raiders put in pretty fire numbers.
Yeah, it's always right now in terms of concurrent player count, it's sitting at 150k daily.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm about to try it out
on
eventually.
Steam, but that's only on Steam. So that update, honestly, they did some minor tweaks to like your loadout. So if you run out of if you bring a certain loadout, I think it like saves your last loadout. So then when you just load up, it'll ask you, do you want to craft these things real quickly and fill out whatever was missing? And you could do that now. What else did they add? They added the 2 new guns, and one of them you can only get from doing the new map condition, the one with the vaporizers. The other one you can get through like opening raider caches. So raider caches are like these boxes across the map, and they make like a ticking sound to let you know that that's the location where it is in. And once you open it, they give you some like kind of rewards. It's not always crazy, but sometimes you can get rewarded. So from what I've been hearing, a lot of people have been finding that blueprint for the new gun in that too. And then, like I said, they just put shredders on every other map now. So like if you thought you were safe from shredders just because they were on Stella Montes only, nope, they're on every map.
Okay. So would you say those are the most annoying enemy to fight in the game?
Yes, because on Stella Montes, you knew what you were getting into. You prepared for your loadout. You prepared for the PvP because everyone that loads into Stella is PvP centric. So you loaded in for the PvP, and you also knew that because you're going to Stella Montes, you had to kind of have something to deal with shredders. Now, if you was just loading in to do a quest, if you was just loading in to loot, now you got to worry about, oh shit, do I have enough for a shredder? What if I open a door to a room and there's a shredder waiting inside? Because what a shredder is basically an arc that shoots out like shotgun shrapnel in like 4 directions or something like that. It's like 360 degrees. And if you're caught, huh? What happened?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was saying pretty much if you're in close range to a shredder, it'll down you in one shot. The shield, it destroys your shield completely. Like you'll have to recharge your shield, and your health bar is cooked. So you thought a comet was bad, and they just came in. Shredders were like that day one when they came in with Stella Montes. So now you don't only have to avoid comets and fireflies and the new vaporizer. Obviously, you only got to worry about the vaporizer on the new map condition, but you know, now you got to worry about shredders. And like I said, if you played on Stella Montes, you knew that shredders were always hanging around the extract point. So now you can only imagine you go to a different map like Berry City, and you got to go to the underground train station, and there's a couple shredders waiting for you down there. Good luck.
Damn,
So the game got very dangerous with this last
Underground
update.
Railroad.
I will say this update got me hyped for
Shout out to
this
Dublin.
month, because this month is supposed to be the biggest update this game's gonna see, and then another roadmap come out. This month we're supposed to get a new end game arc and a new map, and like I said, because of that, a lot of players are gonna come back. So it's sitting at 150 right now concurrent, but some of those players went over to Marathon. I don't know how much Marathon has left, but yeah, this update this month, the April update, is gonna go crazy.
So now that you brought up Marathon,
Yeah.
I know we definitely had that on the topic. So
Yep.
and I actually saw this too. Was it? So apparently, was it IGN that gave them a 9?
Yep. IGN gave them a 9 out of 10.
Okay. I have been hearing, like I said, I have been hearing good things about it. So, at least from what I heard people say, they felt like the player count was stabilizing. But
They were coping.
I think, yeah. So
Were
you
they?
said you think it's like less players playing.
So, in the span, like I said, 2 weeks ago, when Crimson Desert was supposed to drop, I said we'll see how long this game lasts based on the events that are going to unfold in the coming weeks after Crimson Desert. Arc Raiders does this big update later this month. I said 2 things were going to happen, and we'll find out how good this game really is and if it has legs. One is what the numbers will look like after Crimson Desert drops, and 2, what the numbers will look like after Arc Raiders has its biggest update yet. And one of the things came true that I said, if Crimson Desert comes out and it's a banger like I think it is, people are gonna not play Marathon, and they're not gonna care about doing the end game content that they told reviewers not to review our game because we gotta drop the end game content in like 3 weeks. Reviewer manipulation, by the way.
From what I heard, at least, on the Gaming Illuminati, because a couple of them actually do play Marathon, they said the map that they release, which is, I guess, the in-game content they were talking about, apparently they said it was like super fire.
You see, Nano, it could be super fire, but in the span of 2 weeks since Crimson Desert dropped, the game's player count went from 45-ish to 50 tops daily to now sitting at 30K. And it's declining on the graph. Arc Raiders just had an update. I don't think the player count is going to go up on Marathon. And like I said, Arc Raiders is going to get another update. The biggest one yet, the game's seen this month. That game is right now on life support at 30,000.
30,000 is not
Man,
life support.
you think it's on life support?
Yes,
30,000
and
is
I'll
not
tell you
life
why. It is, Caleb, and I'll tell you why. Because last week, as we talked about it, this game is a bit different from most games. Maybe it's not, but in terms of its player count, a majority of the players are playing on PC. That's where 80% of the game sales were PC, or 70% of the game sales were on PC, I should say. Sorry. So if you're telling me 70% of your whole player base is playing this on PC, yet the PC numbers are down,
Excuse me.
the PC players aren't playing this game right now, this game is gonna die soon.
But no, this is a game where people have to pay to get. It was not free to play, so they already made their money. Once like the players get off of Crimson Desert or will not get off Crimson Desert,
Yeah, good luck.
I feel like this marathon will be a game that people will always back to.
I don't know, man.
Multiplayer.
I don't know,
Yeah,
Caleb,
I don't
because
think. Okay, so let me ask you this, Sammy.
Mhm.
What do you think the life expectancy of this game is to you?
I can give you a clear answer after the Arc Raiders update drops this month. Right now, I don't know. In my mind, I want to say this game has like another month, and then this game's player count is gonna look like Destiny 2's player count, which is no better, and we're gonna get to that in a bit too. So like, I don't know what Bungie has in store with the future. I don't know what Sony's gonna do with Bungie, because right now it's looking like Marathon's a flop. And that's the last thing I wanted from Marathon, because I knew if this studio produced a flop with Destiny 2 not living up to the degree of the hype it was building in the last couple of years, Sony gonna look at this studio sideways. And recently, from what Sony's been doing to different studios left and right, I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie was up next on the chopping block.
But I think it's all about expectation. I don't think
Yeah,
I've
hold
heard.
on, Sammy. Hold on. I get Bungie has been fucking up. They have been fucking up with Destiny, and I don't play Marathon, so I can't really give my input on Marathon. But
It's supposed to be like a Destiny 3 or
but
something
let's
like
not
that.
say Destiny was overhyped or it didn't live up to the
I'm
expectation.
not saying Destiny
Because
was
it
overhyped.
definitely
I'm
did.
saying-
It definitely did live up to the
I'm saying
expectation.
DLC, the recent DLC that they were coming out to drop. I think what was the last one that came out? It was the Final Shape or something like that. And a lot of people were upset. It was like mixed.
No,
even said
not
you
the
didn't
final
like it.
shape. It was the one after that.
Yeah,
The
even
Active
you
Prophecy.
came out and
Yeah,
said,
Prophecy.
it was like, bro, I didn't even touch the game after that.
Yeah, I haven't touched the
I was
game. I'm
like,
not gonna
damn.
lie. I love the game to death, but this expansion cycle has been the worst. Destiny's player count has been the worst has
Yes,
ever
exactly.
been, bro. That,
It's
like
not
Destiny had
60,
low
bro.
points. This is the lowest point in the history of the game's franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody knows what the hell. And it's getting worse because they delayed the next big update.
Yep.
So on top of that, now players is like, damn, we don't got nothing new to play for a couple months.
And you know what's crazy too? Marathon Studios were like, or whichever Bungie team was working on it, maybe it was Bungie as a whole, they were like, yeah, we're in this for the long haul. So what does that mean for Destiny? You got one game that's looking like it's teeter-tottering off into the sunset, and then you got another game that's trying to keep its head above water in Marathon. Like, it's bleeding players. So like, what are you gonna do? You got two games in your hand, and they both gonna die. What, you gonna choose which one lives?
I'm not ready to write off Marathon just yet. The game is still young, and from what I'm hearing, the devs are hard at work making the game better with every update. And like I said, from people who actually are playing the game, they saying that I'm only hearing good things about the game. I'm not hearing negative things right now.
Right, and I think to the hype, my thing is like this GTA. Like I think GTA 6. Now if GTA 6 had like 30,000, that'd be. But like this Marathon, it's a niche game. It's a remake. You know, it was only going to have so many on the consistently, and I think the
And
numbers.
remember, people wanted the game to fail. So I feel like
Right.
that also plays like this is supposed to be Concord 3, but it's not.
Yeah, and
At least
to
it's not feeling like Concord 3.
comparison,
I think that also
Concord
affects it.
Concord had 600 players active, right after release. So this is way above Concord.
How many active players is the Marathon right now? Or like the latest numbers?
It was 30K sometime this week. I gotta look, but it's probably around 30K still.
Yeah, 600 versus 30K. That's like I said, this game it's got healthy numbers.
It's
It's
sitting
just
at
not gonna
33,000. If you round it up, 33,
And that's on PC,
32,800.
right?
That's just Steam only. That's
Yeah,
not equating to
but-
other consoles.
That's the
Yeah,
thing,
you-
guys.
Even if it is lower on
That's
console, that's
the deal.
still. Let's say there's 10,000 people on console. That's players on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
And
definitely lowballing.
This is just a Wednesday night. This isn't even like Friday or Saturday.
No, but this is what is averaging daily now. It's averaging 30K daily.
Yeah, on PC, that's not bad.
How much does Arc
This ain't-
average?
150.
But
Yeah, people really do be
I
on
mean,
that.
but we don't even have to compare it to our graders though.
But that's
Like-
that's what everyone was comparing it to before it even came out. Remember, this game was supposed to be bigger than Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders wasn't supposed to hit like this.
was it though? I don't think it was
Yeah.
supposed to be bigger.
Following Marathon.
Yes.
So
When Marathon
Who said
was
it was
first
supposed to
announced,
be bigger?
when Marathon was first announced, it was supposed to be the biggest thing since Destiny 2. And then remember, they showcased whatever they showcased like a year before, and everyone's like, "Nah, this game's not it." And then all the other stuff came out about them plagiarizing work from artists, and it just made them look worse.
I never got the hype behind the game because I for like on GTA 6, like the big games, Astro, whatever it is. I never got that desire. It's like, oh my gosh, So honestly, I think this is a streamer game. I think streamers hyped it up, but I never thought this game was going to be like the next big thing. I just thought it
I'll
was
be
just a
honest
new
with
game
you, as
coming out.
much as I love Arc Raiders, I never knew the game was gonna be big. Because at the time, Arc Raiders was announced and supposed to release before even the finals came out, their other game. And the
Yep.
finals right now has a bigger player count than Destiny. Right now, sitting at 20,000 players on PC.
people
On
do
consoles,
the finals.
It'll add up. It'll be more, like the player count will be more. But I'm saying, I thought the finals was a great shooter for its thing. It did things different in the genre, and it's still around. And maybe a couple months back, we was talking about if the game was gonna last because Arc Raiders was so big. But here we are, and the player base is still thriving, and the player count's actually going up after this new season dropped. But
Yep.
it took them 10 seasons to get it right. Like when the game dropped, it peaked with a higher peak than Marathon did. So a lot of people thought this was going to be a solid shooter. But for whatever reason, it just didn't stick with a lot of people. But with Marathon now, Marathon was touted up to be, Bungie's next big baby. Arc Raiders was like another indie game that was gonna come out, like the finals. You know how we had Expedition come out, and that was a big indie title, and we didn't really expect much. We didn't really know what was gonna happen, and then it came out and it was just a straight out banger. Like Embark Studios, we didn't know anything from them. All we knew from them that they were ex-DICE devs, and they worked on Battlefield. That's why the destruction in the finals is so good. That's why it's so great, because they had the veterans from Battlefield work on this game. But apart from that, we didn't know what kind of success these two games were gonna have. And actually, before the finals was even supposed to come out, it was actually Arc Raiders that was supposed to drop first. And like I told you guys before, when Arc Raiders dropped, Arc Raiders was actually supposed to be a free-to-play PvE game, and somewhere along the line, they changed up their philosophy of how they wanted the game to be, and they made it PvEVP.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even though I don't play Arc Raiders, I'm actually, you know, shocked. Not really shocked, but like, you know, the Arc Raiders didn't have the hype.
No,
You know what I'm saying? That was just a game that dropped, and like, that game blew up, like more than what it was supposed to. Not to say it's supposed to, but like, you know, more than what people thought.
it has that same aura as Expedition 33 did for multiplayer games. Like the same way we didn't know what to expect out of Expedition, and we were like, we're gonna all try it, and then we're like, whoa, this game's crazy. It was the same way with Arc Raiders. So the fact that that game took off and we didn't think much of the game, not to say that the game wasn't gonna do decent or be a solid game, but we didn't really have it on our wish list of being like a top game we gotta play day one.
And you know,
Like,
I
it
bet
was
you
just-
Bungie wasn't thinking that either.
With Marathon?
Well, no, I'm saying no,
With Arc
but
Raiders.
like Bungie wasn't expecting Arc Raiders to blow up like it
Yep.
did.
Yep, and because of that, I think they felt a lot of pressure.
I do agree, especially because you know they're both in the same genre, extraction shooters.
Remember all the articles that came out just after Arc Raiders dropped? Oh, what's Bungie gonna do with Marathon? Is it gonna surpass Arc Raiders? Oh, Marathon has a lot, like a mountain to climb with Arc Raiders being out and it being this good. Like I remember those articles.
Yeah, though, I mean, those articles didn't help either. It pretty much just preyed on the downfall of Marathon. Like, oh, is Marathon gonna be able to live up to the hype of Arc Raiders? Is it gonna be better than Arc Raiders? Is it gonna do this? And
They're
then
gonna compete.
yeah, and then everybody just like people get turned off from that too. Like, you know, they might not even try the game because they're like, oh well, everybody's shitting on it, nobody's playing it, everybody's shitting on the player count, and then boom, anybody that thought about buying it is probably not buying it because they think it's dying because it's not pulling 100k players like Arc Raiders is for the same
And
genre.
mind you, Arc
Marathon
Raiders.
basically had a hit out on it, like fucking High Guard and whatnot.
Pretty much, but that was also because of Arc Raiders doing it. Like, I wonder if you guys remember, Arc Raiders dropped, and it was like the peak at the time was like 330 something K, and it was competing neck and neck with Battlefield 6 because Battlefield at the time was #1 multiplayer shooter.
Oh,
Like,
it was the
everyone
hot
was playing
game,
that.
man, and it was
Yeah.
pulling up numbers
Yeah.
more than
It was
Battlefield.
Crazy, yup. They were competing, and then freaking. You was looking, Call of Duty even dropped in there around the same time, so people were like, yo, people gonna stop playing this game. And no one was streaming really Call of Duty after that first day. Everyone went back to Arc Raiders.
Yeah, Arc Raiders really is holding the multiplayer community right now. Like, you can look at it in Twitch viewership. You can look it up in the player base. Like, it seems like a lot of people that love multiplayer games is playing Arc Raiders right now.
So that's why I'm kind of like worried. Like, it's in the same genre. Like, I get it, people can come back after updates, but why would they when they got Arc Raiders now? And like, they're both in the same genre, and you know there's a better
Well,
game.
I still think Marathon hits on a
on a like a more hardcore scene, which you're not wrong, but that's the problem because the hardcore players chased away the casuals. That's why the player count dropped so much, and it's not getting any better. So when you got a game with just that's just filled with hardcore players,
let Bungie cook. The game just came out. Give them time. We don't gotta write it off the rip.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can wait and see if
I said,
Bungie can
The
cook.
game is far from dead.
we've seen it with Battlefield 6. Like, as great as this player count was, the minute it lost steam competing with Arc Raiders, what happened? The game is in a like abysmal state. Everyone's saying, yo, the game's cooked. There's no point of playing it. People aren't playing it really. So if we saw that from Battlefield 6 and that game started off with a greater peak than this game, it's only a matter of time with this game. And it's already sitting at 30K and majority of the players are on PC. That was the big red flag for me. It'd be one thing.
So how do you know that though? How do you know that?
Because when the sales came out,
kind of the reason why a lot of these multiplayer games are not successful, because if that's the case, that's not a good thing, because what you're basically saying is that people are on Arc Raiders' dick so much they damn near don't want to give other games
a chance.
But you know what?
I
don't blame them though, because when they were going head to head with Battlefield, it was the ball was in DICE's court. What was you gonna do? Your game was out a month before Arc Raiders, and now you guys are going neck and neck. The one thing that everyone was talking about was content. They waited forever to drop content, and what happened to the game? They fell behind. You know, Arc Raiders, one thing everybody's been complaining for the last couple of weeks was not enough content, not enough content. They dropped this new update, and what happened? Oh shit, this game's crazy. And I've been saying, bro, they can't just drop big updates like that.
You gotta let Bungie cook, man. Let them.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that Marathon didn't establish themselves as a staple in the multiplayer genre like Arc did or Battlefield did. So at the time I was like, you know what, they kind of stamped themselves. They're here. So if they're gonna take a bit to get content, okay. The problem was Battlefield took too long, and look where they're at. Arc Raiders was pushing out content regularly like crazy when it first dropped. Then they took a small break around like December, and that's understandable. People got holidays. Now they can spend time with their family. You know, devs got families too. Like, these guys were going crazy for the first couple of months of the game's life cycle. Why? Because they were trying to appease for the entire player base, and they did a good job doing that. And then they took a break for themselves, and because of that, they were behind on like giving more content to the community. When it's just like, you know, don't listen to these no life streamers. These guys are getting paid to stream this game. Listen to the casuals that are playing this game. You know, the casuals were still having fun with the game, and that's why the player count is what it is, because the casuals are still playing this game. And like I said to a lot of people, it's like, yeah, just because the player count's down right now, wait till they update the game. This game right now still has the numbers. It's the biggest thing right now for multiplayer shooters. And when they drop another update that's gonna bring new life to the game, the player count's gonna go up like it did. And they still got the biggest update yet to drop sometime this month. So I expect the player count to go up even more because of that. So I'm not worried about it, because Arc Raiders kind of already set themselves apart from the competition. They said, this is the game to play for multiplayers because we did the things that we were supposed to do to make sure you guys stuck around. Battlefield had his chance, and instead of, you know, going through with, you know, putting out more content because that's what was needed at the time to compete with Arc Raiders, they didn't drop new content until December. Mind you, their game dropped what, September?
Take it easy out there.
Okay. Well, look, all I'm pretty much saying is, Sammy, is I think it's great that Arc Raiders is thriving the way it is.
I think it's good for gaming too.
You know, we don't necessarily want to just write off multiplayer games, because you got to remember, competition breeds excellence.
And that's the thing, and that's why I was praying for Marathon to be successful. And the reason why I've been looking into what they were doing so hard is because I want them to be successful, because Bungie, when they can get their shit together, can produce good things. That's all I've been hearing. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I even played Destiny 1. Sorry?
It's not like the story is written for the game already.
Not yet, but the way it's looking right now is not looking good now. No. And the reason why I know the player count, Angel, is because when they released the sales for the game, it showed like how many units were sold per platform. So PC had 70% of the sales, PlayStation had like 17, and Xbox had 13%. So most of the players that are playing this game, 70% of its community is on PC.
How
the
long
player
ago
count
was
is
those sales though?
from last week?
No, so they're recent.
Yeah, so because remember they hit the 1.2 million. So if it took your game 3 weeks to hit 1.2 million, and you're telling us 70% of those sales came from PC, and the PC player count is down, I'm supposed to think that, you know, things are looking good for your game right now? If 70% of your player count is PC, mind you, and there's only 30K really playing it on PC, how much is playing on console? 3K, 5K per platform?
All I'm saying is don't write it off just yet.
I'm not, but they got an uphill battle right now.
They do, but I mean,
I wouldn't.
game that came out.
I wouldn't write out Marathon just yet either, because I mean, if there's one thing I know Bungie can do right, is PvP. They did it right with Halo. Destiny at one point was one of the best PvP games that you can play. I'm sure they could do the same with Marathon, and I heard Marathon is way more PvP than Arc Raiders when it comes to the PvP aspect.
It is, but that's the thing. They drove away the hardcore players, drove away the casuals, and since then, the player count hasn't been looking so nice.
Well, that's because the casuals are not hardcore gamers, so they're not going to be naturally good at the fucking game. So
that is true, but one thing we know about games and longevity is you need casuals.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, casual players, y'all need to like stop getting butthurt and quitting games just because you die and shit, bro. Just keep playing and get better and actually progressively get better at the game. I mean, eventually you will stop dying.
Yeah, I don't think casuals leaving the game is like means that the game is like not good.
I'm not saying that's what it means. I'm just saying you need a healthy dose of both. I think for a multiplayer game, you need more casuals than hardcore players. The hardcore players will always be the hardcore players, and if there's a rank system in the PvP, they'll be playing amongst themselves. But you need casuals to kind of drive your game, because they're the ones that are going to be eating up in the stores and stuff like that. Same way as, you know, the hardcore players will be buying shit in the store to make sure they keep that competitive edge that they need. You know, casuals eventually from time to time will be like, okay, I need to buy this so I can catch up to the hardcore players.
So,
but if you don't have the casuals spending money in your game, and you only got the niche group of your player count playing the game, like how long is it really gonna last? What happens when the next best shooter comes out? Those hardcore players are gonna leave.
I will say with the
apparently they got some stuff in the works, man.
They do, but that's my worry. Is like they said they're all hands on deck with this game. What does that mean for Destiny 2? Angel just said they pushed back content.
Well, I mean, look, Destiny 2 was been in a bad spot, and Destiny 2's rough spot was always because they were gearing towards the casuals. So I don't know, Sammy, your statement saying that they have to cater to the casual, I don't know, because if there's one thing Bungie learned about the casuals, is them catering to the casuals is what ruined their fucking Destiny 2 game.
Yeah, but I think Destiny and Marathon are two completely different games. Like, yeah, they may share some similarities. I don't know if they're in the same universe or not. I'm not that well versed in Marathon. I know the gunplay is somewhat similar, or Destiny-like. That's what a lot of people say. So I can get behind that. I did play Destiny 1. I got pretty decent in the story. I want to say about halfway.
Yes.
But in terms of like the longevity of the game, I do think you need a healthy dosage of like casual and hardcore. Not saying, you know, just because Destiny or Marathon is geared towards PvP that it should be more hardcore centric. I don't mind if that's the case, but you should still have some casuals playing your game. It doesn't even have to be like 70% of your player base being casual. It could be 50-50. It can even be 70-30.
Yeah, you know what? I think an equal balance would be something good. Like, have something where your hardcore players are satisfied, but also include something that your casual players will be satisfied with. Because I feel like that would be a great thing for Destiny if they cater to both parties. You have things for your hardcores, you have things for your casuals, and I think everybody would be happy. But I guess it's a lot more work trying to do that as well. You gotta think about it in that aspect. They have to now come up with multiple things to cater to both parties.
I just want them to do good because I want Bungie to be in a safe position. Because, like I said, with what's been going on over at Sony, they just axing studios left and right. The last thing I want to see is that happen to Bungie with their type of portfolio of games that they have under their belt. Like, I know they can produce good things. They did the first trilogy of Halo, all bangers. They did Destiny 1, straight banger. Destiny 2, banger for the most part.
Shit,
Marathon is
looking right now. Seems like your game could do good and still get X.
Which game we talking about?
Marathon.
Oh, well, yeah. I haven't really heard of a game that did good that got like, well, never mind, Battlefield 6. Look at that. And what was I just talking about? They took too long to drop content and they started falling behind, and what happened? EA is like, yo, we gotta make some cuts and you guys are gonna be it. Yeah, the game was hot. Yeah, it was critically acclaimed, but you know, you took too long to drop content and we gotta do something.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That goes to show you, if you can't keep players engaged with content, and you're a game that thrives on giving out content and shit on a regular basis, your game's gonna die. Because people are gonna lose like attention to it because they don't want to run the same shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, multiplayer games, you need player retention.
Yep. And that's why I loved back in the day when I used to play MMOs, because they got the formula down right. They knew what they were doing to keep players.
Some. I mean, I mean, World of Warcraft is probably a one that, even though their player counts go up and down, they still, to this day, are still active and making expansions. It's fucking crazy to me that a game lasted over 20 plus years.
Hold on, RuneScape's still there. RuneScape is still there.
There's RuneScape too. Can't forget about old school RuneScape, and Final Fantasy 14's crawling up there too with Destiny. With almost, what is that? I think Destiny's going on 10 plus years, but as a whole, about 13 to 14. Final Fantasy 14 has been out since 2014, so that's about 12. Yeah. So those are your up and comers that are getting close up there into getting that 20-year range with that World of Warcraft and RuneScape have.
Yeah. And look at me, games have tried to jump into the MMO genre and failed. Amazon tried. They shut down within like what, a couple of years. Like, it's not easy.
It's not, because you got to keep actively making new shit that make people want to keep playing the game, and that's a hard thing to learn in a time where people's attention spans are not as what they used to be.
Yep. And I think Fortnite has kind of caught on to how they could do that. Same with Roblox.
Yeah, it could also be a thing where there's just too many different multiplayer games out.
That's a real thing.
All of the players can't
play them all.
Every multiplayer game.
No, but that's a real thing.
Out, realistically, you can't accommodate all the players because everybody's spread thin. So it's kind of like the games who like have the best player retention are gonna like be the one to thrive. And it's a multitude of factors. And unfortunately, we're in the live service era, and that's a big reason why a lot of games are failing, because a lot of games, funnily enough, they're trying to chase the Fortnite dream, but that Fortnite was like catching lightning in a bottle, right?
Pretty much.
So if we're being honest, probably like 90% of live service games end up not profiting and ended up and usually end up failing. But you know, I think more. So I kind of got a theory. I think the more companies that create live service multiplayer games, a lot of them will fail, and we're gonna have to hit a reset to where devs don't want to make as much multiplayer games and try to focus more on single player games.
And then we're gonna have a resurgence of single player games. It's gonna be back like the old days.
It'll be good.
Games are kind of where it's at right now, though.
And you know what, too? I wouldn't mind that because maybe then we'll get some more big MMOs again.
Yeah, I think MMOs was at a good spot about 10 years ago when there wasn't that many live service games.
Yep.
And now
the MMOs were the live.
Because low-key,
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
MMOs have been like on a decline. Like the genre might die.
And that's because there's just too many games that are actively being updated. You got Fortnite, you got Battlefield, you got Call of Duty, you have Arc Raiders, you have Marathon, Destiny 2, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 4. The list keeps going on that are still actively like, you know, active in the game. So like you had to pick and choose now because like if I try to play them all, I'm gonna fall behind.
Yep. And remember, what's one thing we all used to say back like last year playing Speedstorm when we were all still playing? We're like, bro, we don't have no time to play 5 different live services because we just don't have time to do anything else after.
And just grind.
Yep. And you kind of have to like drop one out of rotation for a season just so you can keep the balance going, so you can stay active in your games.
Yep, that's how it is. Like if I'm on Dead by Daylight heavy, I'm not playing Overwatch or Fortnite as much. If I'm on Overwatch, I'm not playing Dead by Daylight or Fortnite as much. If I'm playing Fortnite a lot, I'm not playing the others as much. It's kind of, that's just the cycle.
I'm the same way.
Live service games, and you know that's kind of why I try to always have some single player in there, because you know live service games, I feel like if you let it, live service games could like take you over, and then you won't experience as much variety of games that you actually could. But that's
I'm not gonna lie, I've been a victim to that because growing up, like I said, I grew up playing just MMOs. I did get to play a fair share of like single player games, some hits too, but I feel like because I grew up playing MMOs first, really, that I missed a lot of games in my childhood. Like I missed a lot of games that y'all played, a lot of bangers. And every time you mention certain games, I'm like, nah, I've never played that, or I've never heard of that. And it feels weird because we're all from like the same era. At least, you know, me, Nano, and Caleb are all born in the same year. So the fact that it feels like there's so much I still haven't played that you guys played is weird to me. Almost like I'm from like a different planet. So it's a real thing. You know, like if you're just here playing live service games, nothing's wrong with that, especially if it's a banger. It could be World of Warcraft, it could be RuneScape, it could be whatever game that fits your forte. There's nothing wrong with that. But a real thing is opportunity cost. You know, if you spend your time doing one thing, it comes at a cost of doing something else. So that means missing out on other games you could be playing.
Yeah, the thing about single player games is that they're kind of like, obviously if you own the game you can play it as much as you want, but usually they're like a one and done, or you play it for some finite amount of hours, then you on to the next big adventure.
Yep, it doesn't overstay its welcome. Yes. You know, if you if you want to beat the game multiple times, and you know they have like new stuff you can, but it's not like you have to continue grind forever.
Think about it. When it comes to live service games, we all play them until one day they just start fucking up, and it's like, damn, like
You don't get that same enjoyment
on this game.
You don't get that same enjoyment after a while.
Game Loft, we
Yeah.
talking about you.
Shit, it's not just Game Loft for this.
Yeah, I'm thinking of other games that I was, they every day playing, and then after like, there's a certain point, it's all right. Like I don't get the same dopamine, spikes that I did when I first got the game. Going through the motion.
And like Sammy said, and it's crazy because this is actually like in a way kind of going off topic, but like Sammy said, if you predominantly play multiplayer games, there's nothing wrong with that. In my personal opinion, I just can't stress enough how great it is to have some single player games in the mix, because you never know what type of experience you're missing out on because you're playing a whole bunch of live service multiplayer games. So always try to have at least one playing while you're doing your multiplayer and whatnot.
I would agree to that, Nano, because like for me at least, I never played a JRPG apart from Pokemon, and I don't really count that. And it didn't take me until giving Expedition a try to be like, geez, I feel like I missed out. When everyone said Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts was that good, I feel like they might have been talking about like this with Expedition 33. And ever since I played Expedition 33, I've now been more serious about playing those games. It took that game for me to try out and play to realize like I missed out on so much. So when I said, yo, I grew up playing MMOs, I missed out on games, I'm literally talking about Kingdom Hearts. I'm talking about Final Fantasy. I'm talking about all these JRPGs I missed. I'm talking about Nintendo games I might have missed.
Oh shit! Whoa, Nintendo! Damn, Sammy's a Nintendo hater. Damn, he even said Nintendo in there.
So
Yeah.
that
Oh,
just
yeah,
goes
he
to
definitely
show,
missed
you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with playing multiplayer games, but it's always at a cost of something else, and that's just gonna be other games, single player games.
Yep.
And like
much, man.
speaking on the whole Fortnite thing, Nano brought to our attention earlier this week that Disney's actually trying to buy out Epic. So what's going on with that, Nano?
I just saw that
That was IGN that reported it too, right?
I believe so.
yes.
I mean, they've already been doing a lot of Disney collabs. Like, I know they got these characters in the shop right now from Disney. You're starting to see a lot more Disney characters that you see in Speedstorm. They'll have a Speedstorm collab and then they'll have a Fortnite one. So it seems like Disney is definitely letting their IPs be used by Fortnite. So it kind of makes sense that they would want to consider purchasing Epic, but large player base, a good way for them to monetize it.
Disney save us. Buy Game Loft. What?
The skins of Fortnite are what, $20? Disney has an endless roster of characters they can, make skins for. So
So they don't gotta worry about licensing because now they own it.
Angel, I would, if Disney bought Epic, it wouldn't be far-fetched that they couldn't buy Gameloft, because one of their more successful games is Dreamlight Valley.
Right. I mean, Speedstorm and Dreamlight Valley is a huge cash cow if done right. Disney could probably manage to find out, right the wrongs of these IPs and make them a cash cow. And
Hold on. Dreamlight Valley was done right. It is a cash cow.
Yes.
That needs the help.
I mean, Zara and Dreamlight Valley has fucked up a couple times, and they're not like the big angel that people claim it out to be too. Like they have their own problems too.
Yep, that game, mind you, was supposed to go free to play. They announced that, and then they canceled it like last minute. That's one thing I remember.
And just think about it though too. If Disney were to own Dreamland Valley and Speedstorm, they wouldn't have to worry about license fees like Game Loft has to worry about. So they can freely pump out any content because they don't gotta worry about licensing it. We can get the full tracks, like music tracks, like.
Yeah, but I want a different team running the game if it comes to that. Cause like they tried, but this ain't the team.
I mean, this game is still fun, Sammy. The team that made this game is still a talented team. And, you know, also dynamics can be different. You know, you have different suit and tie people. You know, maybe the dynamic is different, and the team can actually focus, you know, on the game and actually, you know, work on the game and not rush things.
Yep.
But if they buy a game loft, what does that mean? I know we're off topic, but what does that mean for games like Asphalt?
Fuck Asphalt. Disney's Asphalt will be Speedstorm. You don't fuck about Asphalt. This man's the Asphalt. We talk about Speedstorm.
Damn. You hear that? I know the Asphalt guys are probably like, damn, I don't want this shit to happen.
I don't even know who the fuck is the Asphalt guy, bro.
Yeah, facts. I don't even know who plays that game.
It's those mobile gamers. That's where it started off on. But yeah, honestly, if Disney buys this, I agree with Caleb. You know, they'll be in a good place. But I'm also thinking, what about all the other... See, I also don't know how this would work because, yeah, they could buy them, but it's not like Fortnite just has Disney stuff on there. They got, you know, I don't know if they have any PlayStation IP on there, but they got Xbox IP. They got HBO IP. They got Warner Brothers IP. Same company, by the way. They got Netflix IP. Like, they got so much IP on this thing.
That's not gonna matter because at the end of the day, Disney owns Epic Games, but Epic Games is still Epic Games at the end of the day. So, like, it's still business as usual. You just have a new owner.
Yes.
It just means that Disney.
Would that work though?
Disney got to say it depends because I feel like
I feel like courts would be like, no, you can't have the other IP come into the game anymore.
Why?
See, that it might get tricky, but I can see a world where it still works because at the end of the day, Fortnite is still huge, and you still got publicity being on that shit. But yeah, they just
look. Disney knows Fortnite's a cash cow, bro. That's all it is, and Disney just wants in on that because they know how much money Fortnite is generating.
Yep. Now I do think that Disney might try to push some Disney agendas and having more Disney stuff in it, but I don't think they would just X off like, you know, a lot of like of the outside stuff. Now maybe they might do some Xing off if they feel like it's not worth it. Like they probably feel like it won't bring in as much money. But if I don't know, it depends because
I don't think it's a money thing.
Definitely have some say.
I don't think it's a money thing where I was going with it. I was thinking more so of like, would there be a monopoly kind of with the IP that they got from this just one game?
No,
well, courts look at that and be like, no,
Disney's
we can't have
the gaming market.
The other IP, and then I get that, but I'm also thinking like, because they own Fortnite and they got all the licenses to all these other IP from different, you know, studios and stuff like that, would it affect them from having those IPs in the game when they already know Disney is low-key a duopoly in like media?
I don't think it would affect it at all because these other companies are also getting a piece of that pie with their IPs being in Fortnite. At the end of the day, money talks.
Yeah, I will say though, even though we're talking about this Disney thing, I hope Disney does not fucking buy Epic. I want Epic to operate under their own jurisdiction. because I don't want no big company with the bread coming like, oh, y'all need saving her. Now we got some power. You know how many companies wish they would have what Fortnite got going on? And who's to say now that Disney like put out that they're willing to buy Epic, who's to say that other companies won't do the same thing too?
Nice.
Like Amazon.
Amazon, yep.
That's probably one of the worst ones that can buy you. After seeing how they've been canceling their games.
So, you know, we gotta, you know, Epic might be going through some stuff right now, but we just gotta hope they weather the storm.
Yeah. You know,
So,
there hasn't been no offers. There hasn't been no talks yet, other than Disney's interested. You know, it's not too crazy. It's just interest is there. That's all it is.
pretty much. So, you know, obviously, you know, we gotta keep our eyes out on the situation. But, you know, let's just hope Epic could find a way to turn things around in their favor. You know, and let's, you know, hope nothing crazy happens. But, you know, I guess I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about that, but we could move on to the next topic.
Speaking of successful franchises or successful games, you know, one that just dropped recently, 2 weeks ago, Crimson Desert, is on fire. You know, last week we talked about the game. You know, within this first week or first couple of days, actually hitting 3 million sales. Well, guess what? 2 weeks, not even, and it's hit 4 million sales. And it's
Nice.
one of the top played games on the Steam charts, which usually reflect a good amount of the player base overall on each platform, which is good. But the player count is going up from 250K currently a day.
Nice. It's actually pretty good.
I mean, 4 million copies sold. I mean, that's a fair assumption that it might be a game of the year contender right there.
Mind you, it did 4 million in less than 2 weeks.
4 million times 70 if the game is $70. So add that up, and then you already see how much money it is.
Yep.
Oh, man. I think despite its kind of mixed release, I do think in a way this actually might end up being good for the game, because they might want to fix it or make things better so much that they just update a whole bunch of things and make the game like just that much better. That's kind of how I look at it.
I mean, I don't mind the updates. It's just, like I said, one of the updates they did was make it easier to fight bosses.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I hate when companies and bosses.
Again, another example of catering to the casuals.
Because casuals are weak. They'll literally buy a $70, $80 game.
But it wasn't
and
even
if the boss is too hard and they can't get by, be like, I don't want to play the game no.
It was the journalists that were all giving it low scores.
I mean, they're
about,
fucking casuals.
oh, bosses are too hard. Puzzles are too hard.
It's not just the journals. I just checked. I just got a notification like a couple hours ago about somebody complaining about the bosses in the game still, and people are like, "Damn, like, what's up with these bosses?" And it's just regular players.
It has nothing to do with Crimson. I mean, they had this with, what was it, Elden Ring, where they said, oh, there needs to be difficulty options for Elden Ring, or was it Dark Souls, one of those games where people
it's all of them. Every Dark Souls game, every FromSoft game that comes out, they always say, oh, it needs difficulty options. Like, that's just the casuals.
Yeah, so Crimson Desert, unfortunately, is listening to some of these casuals about the bosses and nerfing bosses, because, you know, there's no difficulty setting. So instead of, you basically go, oh, no difficulty.
No, I'm not gonna hold it to you. I mean, that first boss, I I went through was it tough. That was the first boss. It took me a couple tries before I was able to like get him, and then fuck, man. That was, I mean, it felt good when I actually killed him. Like, you know what? Yeah, I fucking got that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the whole point. When you want to play a game, boss on the first try, every single boss, like 7. Imagine a game 70 bosses, every single boss on the first try. That sounds like a terrible game.
Because the first boss, I beat him first try. The second boss, I almost beat him and died. Then I took a break from the game because I had so much going on and I wanted to stream it, but I just didn't have the time. So I took a break from the game for like 2 days. The patch came out. Oh, we're nerfing the second boss. I was like, what? Damn. I almost beat him, and you tell me you're nerfing him now? Like, what the hell?
They want some Donkey Kong Bonanza difficulty bosses.
Yeah,
so then
I hate it.
Then I'm like, you guys really catered to the journalists that reviewed bombed your game saying, oh, there's no story and the bosses are too tough and the puzzles are stupid. And now what are they doing? They're making the bosses easier. All because of these journalists. Yet, you know what's funny? The same journalists that were review bombing this game, like IGN, Eurogamer, Jesus, I can't talk today. These guys are covering this game like on a daily basis, talking about how good this game is. Oh, new end game content to do. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And bro, the comments are hilarious because everyone's saying, isn't it? Yup. They're like, hold on, isn't this the same game you said was a 6 out of 10? But you're here every day talking about this game? Yep. It looked like it might be up for IGN now.
Man, IGN been on bullshit, bro. It's kind of like their meme.
And honestly, this is why, like, my eyes are finally open. You know, when Caleb was talking about Black Myth, and I was like, man, but the reviews, and he's like, don't worry about the reviews. And now I'm seeing it happening with Crimson Desert. They're doing the same thing. And the only thing I can think of to explain why this is happening is because it's an Asian studio. Look at the Western studios that put out games. Dragon Age Veilguard, 9 out of 10.
Wait, so are you saying you feel like they're like hating on it because it's from an Asian studio?
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I would say with that theory, if game developers are paying these blogs to give good reviews so that the game sells better, because we see how games don't sell very well when there's negative press or negative ratings. So I could see companies paying for good reviews. And if that is the case, if a lot of American gaming companies or Western gaming companies are paying for better, their competitors are coming out with games, I can see potentially wanting.
Yeah, that's not good though. I mean, obviously, you know, they're not gonna tell you that they're getting paid to do it, but I mean, at that point, do we even take the words of a journalist over somebody that's playing it? I would feel like, I don't know.
But then we have no say at the end of the day, because even if we don't listen to them, they still dictate who wins Game of the Year. They're the same ones that got the votes. So pay him, or damn if you don't pay him. But either way, they're gonna have say on who wins Game of the Year. Yeah, the gamers will speak and will play the game and will show the journalists that they're wrong, and that's what they're doing with Crimson Desert right now. And that's why IGN looks stupid. But if Crimson Desert doesn't get nominated for Game of the Year, the same ones that voted it a 6 out of 10 had a say over the game being nominated for Game of the Year.
Nah, but I wouldn't really say, like, yeah, the journalists, not like all the journalists, like, maybe not all of them thought as highly of the game as they should, and that could, you know, definitely be very hit or miss depending on which outlet you're looking at. But I did hear, you know, regular players have their own problems with the game too.
I'm not saying the game's not gonna have their issues. You know, I play games as good as Arc Raiders was or is. There's some minor issues that I talk about sometimes, but the game is that good overall. you can kind of forget those things. Same thing with Crimson Desert. My biggest thing about the game was the controls are ass. And everyone complained, and I'm just like, bro, the ones on PC shouldn't even complain. You guys can at least go in there and change your damn input. You can't do that on controller on console. We're stuck that way. So if we want to interact with something, we're stuck there jumping for 5 minutes.
Yep.
So I get it, but even though that's a big thing that bothers me, and it bothers me every time I play, the controls are kind of weird. Like running is the A button instead of just jumping.
Yes.
Like I overlook that and I play the game because it's just that damn good. Like when a game's good, you can overlook certain things.
I mean, some people, it depends on what it is, because maybe you might overlook something, but that don't mean everybody else would, or that don't mean there will be players that wouldn't. But
Obviously.
you know, I think ultimately the game.
Come on.
So this is what I think. I think the game, and I haven't played it, but I think the game is a great game. It might not be for everyone.
Time to go.
Obviously, if you're very into story-driven, stuff, that might be a big issue for you, from at least from what I'm hearing. But I think this is one of those games that will age like fine wine, with the more, the more love and updates that Pearl Abyss does on the game.
I think this game will be seen like a Witcher 3 kind of thing.
Hey, and that's not a bad thing, because people go crazy about Witcher 3 right now. Oh,
I don't know. I wish like gaming journalists were more honest about things. That's why I feel.
I mean,
because that's how we lose certain games, I think.
I don't think that they're dishonest, but maybe they don't, because of certain time restrictions, or maybe, could also be skill, perspective. They might experience certain games differently than a lot of other players would.
Also, the reviews it's inconsistent because it's not always the same journal. So like IGN, for example, they'll have reviews for different games, but for each game it's a different reviewer. So that's why sometimes the scores, they'll be like, oh, they scored a 7 on this game, but then a 9 for this game. And that's because those two games were reviewed by two different people.
Yeah, obviously, but that's why you get guys that specialize in those certain genres, and have them review the game.
Yeah,
like,
and I think they do that.
They don't even have gamers playing like.
No, they do.
Out games.
Different opinions. I know, like for instance, when it came to Sonic, I think they did a review on that. They got somebody who plays like kart racing games to review that game, or like when there was like more of the Dark Souls, they had another person who does more Dark Souls. So it's just even with people who play different games, sometimes they can judge things.
Let's go.
But yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You always gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I would say try not to put too much stock into what journalists say, and just play the game and make your own opinion. But,
yeah, and multiplayer is coming soon on the game, so I mean that'll be a big thing.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they didn't confirm it, but
they said that that's something they would.
Yeah, they said that it'll come in the future, especially if the interest is still there. If they're selling 4 million copies and the player count is high like this, yeah.
And clearly, it's not a 2 out of 10 game. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers don't lie. People want 4 million buys wouldn't happen if the game was trash. Exactly. And also, let's say people do have eyes. Just like trailer this. So I mean, if they release a gameplay trailer and if
feel like it's something that you would like or enjoy, then get it. You know, forget the reviews. If you've seen the trailer, they show off the game and your speed, hey, forget what somebody else feels.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
multiplayer, I would love 4-player co-op. That's just my thing.
You like Ghost of Tsushima. I know they just came out with some type of mode.
I just know that the
Where it's
world
like,
is that big. You can have four people in it.
Yep.
Man, that world is huge, man. I haven't played it since I last streamed there, and I want to eventually get back to it. I just have so much shit I'm doing right now.
Bro, I'm still in the starting area, and the map in that area is big. It feels like I'm in Skyrim. And then when I open up the rest of the map, and it's still all grayed out because I haven't explored there, I'm like, holy shit.
Yep. It's one of those. It's a big reason why I'm deciding to kind of hold off playing it, let the game get more polished up, and I'll be on other stuff. Give it about like a month, maybe 2, and then I'll sink my teeth in.
Yes. I mean, whatever.
But I mean, I guess I don't know if any of you guys have anything else to say on the topic, but if not, we could move on to the next topic.
Nice.
Yep. So, another game that's, well, I guess Crimson Desert not really Souls-like, but in the genre of like high difficulty games,
Everyone ready to lose?
we had a game, called Mortal Shell come out not too long ago, and there was a trailer, Mortal Shell, and there was a trailer recently released for Mortal Shell 2, the sequel. So I was hoping we could show that on the channel, and then we give our opinion on the trailer. Did anyone actually play the first one?
I own the first one. I haven't played it, but
No.
I've heard some iffy things about it. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like because Mortal Shell is kind of like very Soulsy,
Yeah.
and from what I heard from the first one, people kind of say it's kind of on the mess side. It's not gonna be one of the better Souls games that you've played. But I'm not gonna lie, I did see the gameplay trailer for part 2. Part 2 looked like it might be kind of lit, man. Well, I guess I'll give my opinions after the trailer, but you know.
Yeah, I never really been into like the Souls, like
The Souls-like genre?
yeah, I tried Dark Souls, and it wasn't it for me.
That's fair. You could always try like a Souls-like game like Dragon's Dogma. Now that is a good game. It has Souls-like elements, but it's not completely Souls-like. And it plays a lot like Monster Hunter. Yeah, I got the trailer to you in the chat.
I'm trying to finish this very.
Wait, so Sammy, you haven't played Mortal Shell before, right?
No, but I own the first one too.
Okay. Yeah, after what I saw from the gameplay trailer,
This is a trailer or just gameplay?
There's a gameplay trailer.
11 minutes.
if it's we
Yeah,
can,
so
we
we
can
could
like,
just walk-
talk about it. We should
While
just
it's going
like,
on, yeah.
Yeah, we should just talk about it while it's like going on. And I guess we technically don't have to watch the whole 11 minutes.
No.
I guess we could just watch it for, and just talk about it. And then whenever we're done, we can like move on. But yeah, I watched it. I watched the gameplay trailer. not too long before we hopped on, and I'm not gonna lie, I liked what I saw. I play Souls games and Souls-like games, so I kind of know what looks good to me and what I feel like I would enjoy from that genre. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Mortal Shell 1, I was kind of iffy on it. But what I'm seeing from Mortal Shell 2, I feel like they probably like super like just made everything way better. So
You know, it's funny. I actually saw the first trailer for Mortal Shell, the first game, and I was like, I gotta give this shit a try. And I bought it, like the full edition, everything. And I just haven't played it because I was, at the time, I was playing so many other games. But then when I saw this trailer, I was like, damn, I gotta get to the first game and play it now because this one's coming out.
did it have a release date?
I don't remember. I'm not too sure. From what I'm seeing, no, it doesn't have a release date.
Okay. I actually
But it looks like it might be coming out this year.
I actually want to hear Caleb's opinion on the game because I think Caleb's like kind of first game kind of in a similar realm to like a Souls-like is Black Myth.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see if like what he thought of it.
Yo, Caleb likes his games with a high degree of difficulty, so.
Yep.
I like that parry right there.
I think the game. So, how do you think the game like looked visually? I mean,
It looks good. It looks like a current gen game.
it does.
Well, I said, the game definitely looks really good. Graphic wise, this game looks beautiful.
As beautiful as Crimson Desert.
I mean, I think it looks good. Good for what they're showing right now. It looks like at some point they show a map. So so this kind of makes me feel like this might be more of like an open world.
Open world.
Game.
Yeah, because I think the first game was more linear.
Yep. Yeah, and I like how in this game it looked like you got like guns or something.
He didn't really take much fall damage, and that was pretty high up.
Yep.
I'm wondering if he was able to jump down from that height. Like, is there climbing mechanics?
There might be. I don't know if there were any in the first one though. What it looks like this game is gonna be one of the more kind of darker type of Souls-like games.
For sure.
Like the monsters look creepy and ugly and grotesque and freaked out.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When that bridge broke, you know what vibe that gave me of?
What?
For those of us that played Expedition, when the duelist pulled up on us.
Oh yeah. That was crazy.
My favorite fight in the games. Period.
I'm gonna fight Simon.
And forget Simon. The
Oh, yeah,
duelist
you
is
gotta do
the
that.
duelist is where it's at.
Simon's where it's at, bro.
He'll get what's coming to him.
Sammy gonna crash out.
Hell no. I've been playing that whole game under leveled. I'm not gonna crash up because of him. This game was good though.
Yeah. I might gotta test this game out. I hope that the game is gonna be optimized too. Like, I hope it's not like too many bugs.
From what I heard about the first game, it was pretty, like in terms of bugs, I didn't really hear much about bugs. It was just so much of more of like, you know, all the Souls-like players were saying, oh, it's not Souls enough. And I'm like, well, it's not Dark Souls, so.
Damn, so we got this game and we got Lords of the Fallen 2 coming out.
Yeah, I gotta play both the first games. Cause I got them and I haven't played them, so now I gotta play them because the second game's coming out. And that's just what we was talking about earlier, guys. Like, you know, you play too many live service games, a lot of time will pass by, and you know, or you know it. Instead of you playing the first game of a franchise, you gotta play the first game and the second game because so much time has passed by.
It's a blessing and a curse, you know.
Yep.
It's, in one aspect you could say you got a lot to play, but on the other hand, you know, you got a lot to play, so it's a blessing and a curse. This game looks fire. I was impressed with what I've seen.
And it looks like there's a lot of weight to this weapon too. You don't often really see that in games where you'll get a massive two-handed weapon like that, but yeah, you can swing it around like it's paper. And I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And it looks like there's some parrying in this game.
Oh, there's definitely parrying in this game because the first game had parrying.
Okay.
And you know how I feel about my parries now.
So that Expedition. So I could see a world where they probably worked on the parrying in this game, and that might be a lot more polished in this one.
Yeah. I plan on parrying everything. There's no dodge in my
Ain't
inputs.
nothing wrong with dodging.
Nah. Yeah. I was parrying everything when I first started Expedition. Then you like, no, sometimes you gotta dodge. Then I started dodging and parrying. And I didn't feel good after that. I wanted to complete the game just parrying everything. Nano set me up, y'all. It's like if I can't do it, Sammy can't either. Damn. So this is the world map.
Yep. It looks like there's a lot of different biomes.
Yeah. And the world is very dark from what it looks like. It reminds me of kind of like Dragon Age, but also a bit of like maybe Lord of the Rings. Just in like how dark it is.
Got that Middle Earth going on.
Yeah. This looks good. Yeah, so apparently this and Lord of the Fallen are two. They're both coming out this year, so I don't know when they're releasing, but it'll be this year.
I got a lot of stuff to play this year, so that's gonna be kind of rough for me.
Oh shit, there's guns in this too? In a Souls-like? Using that on a boss would be diabolical. Oh, I like those two parries.
It might depend on what like shell you got, because I think one of the things with Mortal Shell, at least the first one, I think you had like different like types of shells, and that like made you be able to do certain things or different things
Yeah, but if everyone finds out the gun's the way to move, everyone's just gonna use one shell.
Nah, I feel like they're probably gonna make it. They probably had to make it like balanced though. I don't think you could just like mow down things. I think there's gonna be a lot of things in this game that's also resistant to
bullets and stuff.
long range.
Yeah, but this looks clean. And it feels like every step you take or every corner you turn, there's like a boss, which is kind of crazy, or a mini boss at least.
Yep.
Oh, you guys were asking what I think about the game? I think more sword and shield slop. No, I'm just playing. No, it looks it kind of looks like God of War mixed with Dark Souls. I don't really see the like Black Myth Wukong has a little bit more like fast-paced combos, but this definitely feels like God of War a little bit with some of the finishers. It kind of looks like a hybrid between the two.
I would say Black Myth, it was more like kind of like Ninja Gaiden.
You think Black Myth is more like Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, in terms of like the fast-paced action and stuff like that, the hard bosses, it gave me like Ninja Gaiden vibes.
To a point, I think Ninja Gaiden's a little bit quicker, and then the camera's a little bit further back. But no, I think the graphics look good. I think this game definitely looks like something that, even though it's not like my style or aesthetic, I can see myself playing this and this being fun because the world, the bosses look crazy, the world, the action looks good. I don't know, this actually looks like a fun game. Fun combat game.
I couldn't imagine getting beat to a wheelchair boss. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think graphically it looks amazing. I think like they did the environment. The environment looked very nice and the textures are good. So, I think it's gonna be. I never played the first one, but I will say that trailer did make me want to play that one. So it might be like not number one priority on the game, but like if it's on sale or if I have some funds, or some time, I think that's a game I could definitely get.
Funnily enough, Caleb, I actually got the first one when it was free on PlayStation Plus. Like, oh wow, man.
Yeah, I might have the first one. Maybe
they give it away for free on Xbox.
It might be one of those games I got. I just they got it because I have PlayStation Plus, but they like never played. So I'll have to check to see if it's in my library, but. Maybe if I'll play through the first, if the second one, if I'm gonna get that, I'll probably play through the first one. Usually that's what I do whenever like a new game comes out. It's like a sequel. I like at least want to play the first one.
Okay. Well, looks like the game has piqued some interest for us.
Most definitely. I love a good-looking game. But the next game, I guess, that we can show some love to is, it is a mobile game. It is the Division franchise. It is the Division Resurgence, which launched recently in like the last 2 days, I believe. And I know Angel is very big on like the Division universe. I remember back in the day he was telling me how he played the game. Apparently this is a very big thing. I know there was a couple other Division projects that were supposed to be released alongside this, but some of those have been canceled. And this was during the time of like COVID, so a lot of things were kind of like up in the air at the time. So this is one of the games that didn't get canceled and made it out. I did drop a trailer in there that we could watch. I'm more curious to know if Angel is gonna want to play this game because I know he's been playing the Destiny Rising, which is another mobile game.
The Division.
Yep.
I've never played that game before.
I played the first one for a bit, and at the time I thought it was great. It was just the fact that I got to the game late, so most of the players were on Division 2. So it felt like I was kind of missing out on some good stuff. Not that no one was playing Division 1, it just felt like I had no one to play it with because everyone that was playing Division 1 seemed like they were further along than I was.
The fuck is this? Did NetEase take over the Division franchise too?
Is this NetEase running it?
I don't know. I'm asking because this basically is what Destiny Rising is to Destiny. This is what Division. This is the Division franchise.
Sound like Angel about to play this one now.
Nah, I don't really fuck with Divisions over Destiny. Like,
so you wouldn't give this one a try?
I mean, it's available now and I haven't played it yet.
Gotta pick your boy.
Did you know it was available yet though?
I did not. But I mean, at that point, that sounds like it's a pay to win game, man.
What?
It probably, if it's a mobile game, it's probably gonna be the one.
Yeah, but it's free to play.
How do you get pay to win on Division though? Like
same
never mind.
Same way you pay to win in Destiny Rising.
I realized what I said as soon as I said it. I was like, man, there's gonna be a gun in there that you gotta buy to beat all the bosses. There'll be armor in the shop that you could buy to, like, you'll never take damage. Yep. For a mobile game, it looks good though.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me how good Destiny Rising looks. I mean, for a mobile game, Destiny Rising looks like Destiny 1, and that game is on PlayStation 4 type shit. Like, oh damn.
So you mobile gamers are starting to eat because now you're getting console level graphics in your games. Even those last gen.
That goes to show you these chips on these phones are really fucking good, man.
Yep.
I mean, they have to be for all the 4K video and pictures people be taking. Kind of the main phone, but yeah, it's really the consoles that are weaker. I'd say the phones are stronger. They just have smaller screens.
Yeah. I honestly wish nothing but the best for Ubisoft, because lately they've been striking out on a lot of things. So hopefully this mobile game is good and it lasts a while, because they do a lot of cancellations. They've been canceling games over the last couple of years, and they got bought out recently. They downsized as well. So here's hoping that with all these changes, they can start off on the right foot with this release on mobile. I might actually give it a try. I might be 2 days late, so I might be behind, but I'll give it a try at some point. I'll possibly stream it too. But yeah, that's the Division Resurgence. So moving on from the game side of things, we got some news on, the publishing side of things, being PlayStation and Xbox. So there was a leak recently. I'm not sure if you guys got a hold of it, but a lot of people, I think 2 weeks ago, found out that the PS6 would possibly drop for $900. Well, now,
tragic.
The newest leak, they're saying, is more likely $1,000. I don't know how.
It'll be $1,000 because the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be $900, and that's so the PlayStation 5 Pro, which was $750 and now it's $900. That means the PS6 is going to be definitely $1,000.
So I guess before we talk about that PS6 leak, we might as well talk about the price change leak, because last week I think we was talking about Xbox cutting their prices by like 50% for some of the consoles. Well, the Series X at least. We got PlayStation up in the price on their consoles to $900.
Yeah, no, hell no. I'm glad I got my PS5 when I got it, and I didn't have to pay scalper price. Like I said,
you pretty much paying a scalper price right now.
Not me.
The company
not me. But yeah, now you are.
Everyone that waited, yeah.
But there's consequences to this. When they saw that people were willing to spend $1,000 for the base PS5 from scalpers, and Sony's like, yo, we can up the price and they'll still shell out. So guess what? The people who have no self-discipline and ended up spending that money, you're no reason for this, and obviously they'll blame the tariffs and they'll blame the chip shortage, but in the end of the day they saw, okay, what are the consumers spend for our product, and y'all basically said, hey, we're willing to spend $1,000. So yeah, they keep upping the price. So
hey,
it's unfortunate.
This reminds me of It reminds me of that time when I forgot what game was gonna come out. I think no, it was Nintendo was supposed to release like Mario Kart and like the Switch 2, and some guy on Facebook was like, and he was like, "When is enough? When is what would you say? What did you say again?" I think he was like, "When is enough enough?" And the guy's like, "There's no limit to it." I was like, "What the hell?"
Nah, he was like, I asked him, I was like, "What's the most you would spend on the game?" That motherfucker said $120, bro. Like, you gotta be out.
Yeah, it's kind of like how people live vicariously through billionaires. You know, they're living on minimum wage. They think they Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. It's like, no, like they be rooting them on and stuff. Like, what the heck? Who do you think you are? Like, where do you think you stand? It's like, first of all, the PlayStation 5 Pro was already like expensive. Like, it was already overpriced. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if it feels like maybe like $556, $6 at most, but like $7, it was like $7.99 something like that. Like, it was already overpriced, and now they're trying to raise it again. Kind of, that's a joke.
It is. It's so much of a joke that the next thing I buy, I actually think it's time for me to get into the PC life, because at this point, bro, if I'm spending $1,000 and like that shit gonna be more with tax. If I'm spending $1,000 or over $1,000 for a damn PS6 or whatnot, I might as well just get a fucking PC.
Yeah, you could build a high-end PC for $1,000 or $1,200, whatever, you know, and you get to play. Not only do you get to play games, you get the access to internet and programs and all kinds of VPNs, whatever the heck you want to play your. Versus just a console that only plays games for $1,000.
Your shit, bro.
And you already know the game developers aren't going to make any game with the hardware. So,
man,
you know,
Pro just got his PC, man. He ain't even touch his PlayStation no more.
He joined the master race.
He did, and he loving it, man.
You know, the PS5 was a big jump from before, but like, nah, bro, like, literally, and I do understand the value of getting 4K ray tracing at 60 frames per second, because right now on the base PS5 you get all of that at 30 frames, but like paying an extra $500 just for 30 extra frames, it's not worth it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not.
I'll just be on performance mode if I really need some, you know, 60 frames. I'll just play performance mode, because it seems like that's all the game developers focus anyway, is making games that run on performance mode. So I don't know, like the PlayStation, the value it is good, but it's not. No, it's overpriced. And obviously, if that's what I'm saying. Like the same way the PS4 gamers won't let go of their PS4, that's gonna be me for the PS5, because with these ridiculous prices, I'm not buying a new console.
And I was gonna build a PC until, you know, the memory chip shortages, but honestly, it looks like I'm definitely steering towards this new Xbox hybrid, because if I can play games on console and PC, I'm winning. Because
Sony pulled a Sony.
I'm not about to spend $1,000 on a traditional console. I'll do it on a hybrid console where I can play PC games. I do have a PC library, so I'll be able to play on a capable machine PC games and console games.
But see, I don't even know if I don't even know if that's even worth it for the hybrid, because I feel like at that point, like once you start paying over $1,000 for something, I feel like you might as well just go PC.
Yeah, but Nano, you also got to think, even if I do want to build a PC, I want to build a capable machine where I can run damn near any game that drops. I might not be able to do that if I build a PC in this state right now, just because even if I get all the parts, I still got to buy memory. And guess what? The memory price is jacked up. It's like double the price of what it used to be, triple sometimes, depending on what you're looking at.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Fucking people are still getting their PCs, bro. And mind you, you could always like update it later.
Man, that means I might be missing out on a game if I got to update later.
end of the day, Sony's getting back to their old way. Sony's always been the company. Sony's always been the company that prevented crossplay from happening. Sony's always been the one trying to up the price. It's just that because in order to stay competitive, they've had to concede on certain things, or like because maybe Xbox was doing something, so PlayStation had to make their version of it, in order to compete. But right now, it looks like they're like, okay, we can't. With the threat of the Xbox coming out with the new console, Sony's like, all right, well, we're going back to our old way. Where they're just trying to, super, tax. So yeah, don't ever think the this is why when people, they have these console wars, it's kind of a joke because at the end of the day, these companies don't care about you as a consumer. They care about their pocketbook, Xbox and Sony. So, all these people, all these Sony ponies defending PlayStation, I don't know how you can defend this. People literally will celebrate those getting exploited just so they can pick a team or something like that.
You know what's crazy too? I also heard that there's like something going on with the PlayStation Store, like depending on your profile, like you can buy games at a cheaper price or like
they're rolling that out. Yeah,
like,
different people will have different prices shown to them. So like, let's say there's a game and it's on sale. For one person, it might be like $60, and then for another person, it might be $30.
That's trash.
It is, and what that is basically for whales, it's kind of like the whale system. So basically, they're like, okay, if the system indicates that you are a whale or you spend a bunch of money for a game, we'll give you offers at a higher price. Meanwhile, maybe there's another player who doesn't buy anything if it's too expensive. Maybe like the free-to-play people, maybe they'll get cheaper sales or something like that. So it's very. That's kind of wild, but I mean, hey, like I said, people ain't got no self-discipline. If they willing to spend $120 on the game, hey, Sony gonna milk them people. They already testing it, so congratulations, you got what you wanted. It's crazy how some people would want things that don't benefit them. Like what? Let's say,
like, doesn't like. Okay, I get that, but I get it, but I don't get it because at the same time, I'm just like. But what about everyone else that's in between, that somewhat buys games and somewhat doesn't buy games? Like, it's dependent on what game it is. Like,
they're gonna shoot you different prices, and you're gonna have to determine is this worth paying for it. But I think that's what they're gonna be doing.
So what if Soros comes out, and all of us are interested in getting Soros, and we all get different prices for the game? Don't you feel like you're gonna get robbed?
If it's cheaper, no, but I don't know if this is just for like a new games base game price. I think it's for like sales. So like different people be shown.
I heard about it. I don't know exactly how that it goes about doing that or fixing your price, so I can't really comment on it. But when I did hear about it, I did think that was shit too.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be like, oh, GTA 6 is gonna be 200 for you and it's gonna be the 20 for this guy. Like, no, that's not gonna be the case. But like the sales are gonna fluctuate. So I will say for me, because sometimes like there'll be a game and I'll see a game that's on sale for like $4. I'll get it. Like a game that I probably never would, because of $4 I'll buy it. So I can see them testing that out. But for some people, I need a 90% or 80% off sale for me. But for others, 10% is enough for them. So, maybe that's why they're, testing it for different consoles for different people. But no, obviously, I definitely understand all the criticism. You can, if you're on the winning end, you can probably benefit. But I think this definitely, it honestly just seems a way for them to milk whales. Because, I mean, if you have, like, for instance, in Speedstorm, if they know that the whales in Speedstorm are going to pay regardless, like, hey, why not charge them $100 pack? They're going to spend it. So imagine if they had a system in Speedstorm where it's like, all right, you got all the Lightning McQueen, all the car characters, and this person, for $15.99, but for a whale, hey, $150.99, and the whale's still going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? If that's a way for them to get more money, the people who are, they're top end buyers are willing to spend, hey, milk them motherfuckers. Maybe they'll learn not to, allow themselves to get exploited. But I mean, if they don't care, man, hey, make your money, Sony. But you won't be getting $1 out of me at no high price. I know that. You gonna be charging extra money for a sale or a game? Hell, no. That ain't gonna work on me. So, no, that's wild. Yeah, Sony's getting greedy, bro. Now that the console war is kind of dying, these companies are now letting their true agendas be known.
But I guess across the pond, you know, from the blue corner we go to the green corner. There's been some news going on over at Xbox, or should I say Microsoft Gaming.
What's going on with Microsoft?
Apparently they were rated, out of the big three, they were the highest rated publisher for last year.
I mean, they bought all the publishing companies, so they bought all the gaming studios.
I also think that's due to the output of games that they've been putting out compared to the other two. Like, apart from the two big games last year being Mario and Donkey Kong, there wasn't really another game for a while. Sony hasn't been putting out much games this gen. So in terms of like getting the rating, I didn't think it was that hard getting a higher rating to both of them.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because, you know, didn't they have like South of Midnight and stuff, which by the way just came out. It's got announced for PS5, so that's actually pretty neat.
Caleb, you can finally try it out, man.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, that's the thing. If they're publishing,
wanting to play it.
Yeah, it seems like my speed. You know, I'm one of them people who played the gunk when the Xbox.
I played the gunk too. I played it too.
So,
it's a good game. People that were hating on it, man, you didn't just gunk enough. That's all.
so, I definitely can get on something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they bought a bunch of studios and they were releasing on all platforms, so makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get me an Xbox Series X before the price goes up to like $2,000.
Hey man, right now when it's on discount, get it while you can. Cause I've been seeing some of them like drop down to like $350, so that's a steal.
Oh,
remember, I think what the Series S went off for around that price when it first launched.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's weird. This is what I'm saying. Sony, now that they realize they don't have a competition, they feel like they can do that. Because while Xbox, I think the Xbox at one point raised their price because of Nintendo, but then once they seen that people weren't buying their console, now they lower down, as they should. Like every single generation of gaming since I've been alive, you know what I'm saying, has always started off at a base price, and over time the price goes down, whether that was the Switch, whether that was the Wii, whether that was the PS, the Xbox 360. You know, maybe it started off at 300, but then hey, after a year or two, now the Xbox 360 is 100. You know what I'm saying? It was always, you know, lowered so more people could get it. But this idea of like raising the price, I don't think it's gonna work out in their favor. It's unfortunate, but they're gonna have to lower it eventually when they realize they're not getting any sales. So, but yeah, honestly, this might be why they delayed the PlayStation 6, because maybe in a couple of years, in 2027, 2028, whenever they release it, maybe all of this financial BS will get better. So maybe they can like not charge as much as they, you know, potentially are going to. But I don't know, because yeah, if they were to drop the PS6 right now, it'd be like 1,500. So maybe in the future, maybe if they delay, maybe if this chip shortage isn't an issue, maybe it could be affordable.
Well, they said the PS6 is going to be $1,000, and it's also not going to have a disc drive.
Yeah, of course they're going digital because they don't want to do the manufacturing cost. They just want to, you know, it be a digital, so then all the money doesn't go to Walmart or Target or Best Buy. It goes straight to. Yeah, it goes straight to PlayStation.
It sounds like you better start building your digital library, Playboy.
Yeah, so no more physical.
Oh, no, wait for Crimson Desert to drop tomorrow and get the physical version. Guess what?
Also, it's a way,
can't play it.
It's a way to eliminate the used game market by making everything digital, because a lot of people.
That's true.
You know, get games, physical copies
at like
super
cheap. 80% of the price it was.
And that's why they don't like that, because they want to do the sale.
And Sony not getting a cut.
They want to do the sale on their terms. Some old game that's you bad reviews, and they still want you to
Bro,
pay top dollar.
They could make it to where digital games you don't own them. I hate
so they could-
that.
They're doing that
Make
right
it-
now. Your Steam games, you don't own them. Nintendo games, you don't own them. The Xbox games, you gotta download the game after you have the physical version. You don't own it. The PlayStation game, pretty much, you don't own it.
Yeah, that's one of the bad things. Even if you do get physical nowadays, you don't even have the whole game because you still have to download a portion of the game.
Nano bought the physical
Even if
game
you want
with
the
Crimson Desert and then still had to do a download on top of that.
Yeah, so imagine the grid goes down, right? Let's say the internet goes down, you know what I'm saying? The hackers, the terrorists, they took down the internet. All right, now all we got is electricity. All right, you want to, play the game in the crisis. You got your physical copy, you put it in the disc in your system, and you can't play the game because you can't download anything because there's no internet. That's actually pretty
Or
ass.
they'll say you don't even have the license because you're not even hooked up to the internet, so you can't play shit.
Yeah, so it's physical at one point did matter, but now the fact that you still have to download it wirely, whatever. Yeah, it was always headed towards that
generation
direction.
of consoles was 360 PS3 because you didn't need to be connected. Now, gotta be connected to everything to play your games.
So yeah, hey, get your games downloaded. While you still can before the internet go down. Shit.
But yeah, apart from them getting a high score for their publishing rating, apparently there was a new Game Pass tier that was leaked, and in this tier that they've leaked, well, apparently there's been two, but this one was more recent. I think the other one was last week, but I don't think we covered it as much. So the first one that came out last week, this one, they're trying to make it more cheaper and affordable, and one way they was looking at it was putting ads in it. And obviously we talked about the Netflix one.
That's bull crap. You know what it is? It's because the new strategy is to make ads as annoying as possible in order to incentivize you to pay for the more expensive tier. This is what YouTube is doing right now. You wonder why YouTube has so many more ads? I believe they did if you look at their financial thing, I think it was like 30% of all of their revenue was from the the YouTube membership, for no
YouTube
ads.
Red.
Yeah, YouTube Red. And so it's almost like they're almost making as much money, if not more, just from the YouTube membership, YouTube Red, than they're getting from advertiser to advertiser on the site. So that's why they're making that. It is, and that's why now you're seeing more ads because they're making it annoying on purpose. All I hear, if Xbox, has a subscription service where they're gonna put ads, that sounds like what ads through in the middle of your game or something like that. They're gonna make it so annoying that you're just gonna pay for the higher tier.
I mean, if this is what it gets for $5 Game Pass for some of these people out there talking about it's too expensive, well, so be it.
That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah, dipping their hand in both
is.
pockets.
It is.
Well, it's like, we'll get our money from the advertisers, advertise, to get money from the people who pay for the higher subscription because they're tired of ads.
From what I heard, the ads would play like when you just launch a game off of Game Pass. Because I don't know if you guys know, but
fucking ads in my damn
Yeah,
game.
because it's gonna be long.
Get it,
It's
but
gonna be
hold
long. It's gonna be 5 minutes.
it, but hold on. From what I understand, because I don't know if you guys have a Game Pass or had it or not, or downloaded the games and played them off Game Pass, but they're different. They're slightly different, and I think it's because of the way they're like. It's hard to explain, but you can tell a Game Pass game is slightly different than just buying the game, because obviously the Xbox logo and the Game Pass logo comes up, but if you don't have a Game Pass subscription anymore, or if your Game Pass subscription runs out and you try to load up a game, it'll say, oh, you can't play the game. So from what I understand is every time you load up a Game Pass game, it'll obviously have the Game Pass logo and whatnot. But from what they're explaining is how the ads would run is like, as you boot up the game, the ad will just play. So as you would normally wait for the game to boot up, an ad would play instead.
That's how it starts.
And then another way an ad would play is when you pause the game.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
how it
gradual
starts.
decline, man. They're slowly, taking a chip away, and next thing you know, you ain't got nothing left. They're getting you used to it. They're getting you used to
Yes.
having less. Like,
Yep.
bruh.
like Game Loft.
First, it's gonna be like, damn, this just during the loading screen. I wasn't doing nothing on the loading screen anyways. And then they're gonna be like, how do we push it further? Maybe we can do it on the menu screen now while they're picking stuff. Like, get that.
Yeah, or like Overwatch or what's it called? Marvel Rivals and in between matches, especially if you're like high rank, it might take 2-3 minutes to queue in.
Yeah.
Ad playing the whole time. Or
During the queue and shit. Like,
yeah, no.
got me
I don't think they're gonna do that on free games. Just the game.
Oh no, don't do that because
Game Pass.
this is a paid game. But you free to play players. You want to play this new game everybody got? All right, this is gonna be an ad version. You're gonna have to watch 5-10 minutes worth of ads in order to get in the game. But hey, it's free.
shit trash, bro.
Bro, EA, they've been talking about this for a while. Now they're implementing it. Because I think there was like some EA developer talking about he wants people to charge the reload and stuff. Like they already are thinking of ways to monetize gaming to make it worse. In order for them to make more, but it's horrible for the gamer. So this is the start. This is the start of the decline, man.
But apart from that tier, the other tier they got before I forget.
That's so bad.
The other tier they said they gonna make a tier specifically just for the Xbox first party games. So like Fable, Forza, Gears, those type of games, they would just be in Game Pass on that tier only.
It definitely goes more expensive.
Separate from everything else. So like if you want all the other games, so like if you want the tier that has everything, you get Ultimate. That's what I have. That's the tier that went to $30 a month. But if you're like me, you don't spend $30 a month. You really spend like $13. Maybe I'll teach you guys one day. I'll put you on game. But the other tiers, how they are right now. So there's PC Game Pass. Obviously, it's Game Pass, but on PC. Then there's Game Pass, the basic version that gives you the online capabilities. And then there's the other Game Pass tier that's in the middle between Ultimate and the basic Game Pass that lets you play like a select few of the first party games and some of the third party games. Obviously you don't get the ultimate benefits. You don't get to stream your game on the cloud on like 4K or whatever at like 120 frames. Only ultimate users get to do that. You don't get the Fortnite crew stuff. You don't get like the daily in-game rewards on live service that you do for ultimate. You don't get I believe you don't get also the monthly gifts for certain games as well. So like how I used to be able to give out Game Pass all the time for some of my videos, it's because Xbox used to give it to me because I had Game Pass Ultimate. So I think what they're gonna do is replace the middle tier, maybe eventually, with this new tier where you can get to play all the first party games. I think it's not a bad thing with this tier, at least. The first tier, yeah, that's terrible. Ads when you play games. Ads in gaming is just not a thing. But like
everything's turning to cable TV. I remember everybody complaining about cable TV, all that.
And they went to streaming because of it.
Yeah, then that's when YouTube. The reason why YouTube was so, attractive is because people got tired of TV and all the ads and all that. It's like, oh, I can go on YouTube and look at a video. Whatever, I ain't got to worry about a bunch of random commercials I don't care about. Now it's like YouTube is now got a bunch of ads, and now ads are coming to gaming.
Yep,
a hot mess.
Terrible.
But if you don't want to see the ads, you can pay a subscription fee of YouTube Red or Xbox Green or PlayStation Blue, and you don't have to see any ads anymore. Some more money out of you.
Yeah. So subscriptions are going up to the roof.
They are.
But
we'll see what Game Pass does with these tiers. It's not 100%.
I feel bad for the new generation.
Yeah, the new gen gamers, they stuck.
Like a 90s baby. I mean, we got to think about when we were like, 0 to 5. Like, gaming was new. Gaming had just started. We were on NES, PlayStation 1 and stuff. But like kids who are
Gamers
born
been
now,
around since the 70s.
I mean, Pong. You can say that, but nobody really give a damn about Pong. Obviously, they had some arcade
big
games.
at the time.
That's literally some pixels bouncing off of some lines, over and over. But I'm talking about real games
today.
I mean, it's always got a. I feel like when it comes to like stuff, like we were kind of like that first gen, they experienced the first consoles. But like at this point,
I'll
you're
say
like
this.
born now.
With our generation, we're the first gen to experience games in 3D. Everybody else was playing on the 2D plane. We're the first.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're the first gen to experience games going 3D. We got all the 3D fighters releasing in our time. We had
And the
GTA
internet
releasing 3D. Back then, they was playing GTA on a top-down screen.
Yeah, so 3D and the internet. So the birth of consoles, the birth of 3D, the birth of the internet. And so like we got to experience a lot of things without the greed and regulation. But now, 20 years, 30 years later, gaming has just turned into a bunch of greed, a bunch of subscriptions, regulation, paywalls that didn't exist when I was growing up. So I feel bad for the new kids who, can't have that same experience that we had.
The new gen, their game GOAT is gonna be Fortnite or Roblox.
Yeah, but having to pay for skins. I mean, us growing up, you could get the skin in game, playing the game. Now you got to pay, for ads, pay to get removed for ads. You got to pay for skins. You gotta, pay for battle pass. You got and these kids ain't got no money.
This not even sound right. We gotta pay to play.
Crazy, man. The fact that kids don't got money yet, everything you gotta pay for.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, bro. You know what's so crazy, bro? Back then, man, when I heard like my cousin, he played on PC and he was playing WoW, and I was on RuneScape and shit.
Yeah, I was on RuneScape
I heard
too.
you had to pay like
monthly
$15 a month.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like, damn, you gotta be rich for that. Now you gotta pay $10 a battle pass and $20 for a skin and stuff, and
Oh, mind you, Nano, you gotta pay to level up your battle pass if you late to the season too. Oh, I'm behind and there's only like a week left.
Man, that whole
I gotta pay for my levels.
Fucking scam, bro. If you pay the level
20 extra tiers.
That shit trash, bro.
I can't. I don't know why people be doing
so you get 25 extra levels.
Nah, that shit is always. That shit has been worth it, bro.
Oh, I took a vacation and now I'm a month away, or I have a month less on a season to finish. I got to spend like 50 levels. Some people be doing that.
Trash, bro.
Crazy.
Yep.
Is this the time we in? Pay to play.
No, not pay to play, or I guess play to start. That's the new. They changed the terminology. It's pay to start now. That's what they did with Pokemon Legends. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out. Speaking of Pokemon, not Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Champions or whatever comes out on the 4th. But they literally advertise, it's pay to start. No, not pay to start. My bad. Free to start. Free to start. They're not even saying free to play no more. Honestly, but I feel like they should just start saying that with Speedstorm. Yeah, it's free to start. But if you actually want to play the game, you have to spend some money. But yeah, dude, it's hot, man.
Shit trash, bro.
Where it's more gamers turn more about profits. The love of the art, because gaming, the whole game development, all of that is the art form. There's a lot of art that goes into it. The character design, there's the music, there's the level design, all of that's art. But now it's going from how can we monetize art to where now the art isn't important. Now it's about the so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that sums up the tiers of subscriptions. The last topic we got is the Xbox Partner Showcase that happened a couple days back, almost a week now.
Any highlights? I didn't watch it this time.
Yeah, there was honestly majority of the games that were shown were, which is crazy.
Were what?
Just banger after banger after banger. I'm trying to find
I actually wish I would have watched it. I was actually supposed to do it, but I think I was just working a lot.
I was working it too, and then I watched it the day after when I was off. I was like, damn.
Any Exo Mecha news?
Shit. Now that you might remind me, I don't even check that. We're gonna have to look that up after we finish the podcast, but this is the last topic.
Exo Mecha, man. I sure hope that game still.
I guess we can play the
yeah, man.
I guess
Get delayed like GTA.
I guess I can give Angel the link, and I'll play it on the side here so I can show us the highlights here. I'll just give Angel the timestamp so you can skip to.
I mean, is there a way that, is there like an article that just has all the games that they showed?
I can look that up
Really,
right now.
I think they got a playlist. Yeah, they Xbox Partner Preview 2026, and they got a playlist of the game. So I see there's Stranger Than Heaven, The Expanse, Dispatch,
You see the playlist?
Hades 2. Yeah.
Oh, link
it's
the
on
playlist then.
It's on their
The website or the channel?
their channel. Yeah. Hold on, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, share that link then, because I can tell you based on the names like which games it was. Oh yeah, here it is. The 22 videos, you right? Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these games I saw, I was like, I gotta play this, I gotta play that. And the beauty of it all was most of them are going to Game Pass day one. So I was like, damn. The one game I'm looking like, okay, I'm looking forward to a lot of them, but the one game that really stood out to me the most, I was like, I gotta try it, was the one that Sega did, Stranger Than Heaven or something like that. That reminded me of Yakuza.
Oh,
Yo, they got okay. They do got some good. I see Serious Sam, Shadow Rest. I love the Serious Sam games. That's the one where you got like you be shooting. It's kind of like a bunch of demons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna look at that one. Got my interest. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, none of these games.
Super Meaty
None of these games got my interest.
That's crazy.
Damn, none of them.
This man,
Have you ever played a Serious Sam game?
Man.
yeah, man. We was talking about people being stuck on live service games, and here we are. Angel proving our point.
None of them look interesting. I don't know. Maybe I just like the games I like to play.
Angel, one day you got to step outside your box and play a genre you don't play.
Don't worry, Angel. It's gonna come over time.
Yo,
Just wait.
you gotta try out Serious Sam, man.
You know what's so crazy? I
This
never
one's supposed to be
played Serious
multiplayer,
Sam, but I
like
heard
co-op
them talking
or
about it a little bit on
something like that.
the Game and Illuminati podcast.
Yeah, it's dope. It's like hordes and hordes. It's like if you like fighting.
It's kind of like Left 4 Dead, but
it's
different.
like fast paced.
Left 4 Dead, but goofy.
Fast paced shooting. They got
So
different
the first one you wanna
difficulties.
play,
It's not like
Angel, is Stranger Than Heaven. I can't believe they put that one first, because that one is oh, he put on Serious Sam. Angel heard guns and he's like, all right,
this one.
look at this one.
Now, I don't know if this one looks like it's more of a cartoony version though.
It's just the what's it called, the trailer. When they showed the gameplay, it looked better, but it does have a goofy take.
Yeah, this looks like a more Fortnite version of Serious Sam, bro. What the heck? And you can play as one of the demons. Yeah, they goofy. Yeah, don't go to hordes. They making it more cartoony, man. What in the world?
Hey, it might still be lit, man.
Yes, it'll be fun.
Another end of the world situation.
Other trailers.
Yeah, he didn't seem that impressed by that trailer. I wasn't that impressed either by the trailer. I don't think that
wasn't
really
really a
showed off
highlight for
serious
me.
Sam.
But
No,
like I said, one of the
that
games
game
that
does
I
not
saw,
do serious justice.
Stranger Than Heaven, I want to say was the game when I saw it in the partner showcase. I was like, damn, I gotta
Yeah,
play
if
that
you
one.
like like Yakuza, that might be.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, don't the same people that make Yakuza
Yeah.
make that? Or
Yeah,
okay,
Sega.
Right now, the most viewed trailer out of this showcase is Super Meat Boy 3D.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it's like
I
is
thought
that
it was
like a Mario?
Yeah, it's like Mario. It just released on
It's-
Game Pass not too long ago.
I've played some Super Meat Boy. It's actually a good platformer. So if they're improving the platform, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm curious.
yeah, Super Meat Boy. I never played it, but it looks.
Oh
fire.
shit! Is that Yo Girth on the fucking trailer? What?
That's crazy.
Yo, girl.
Yo, no, Yo Girth was you looking at the video KH man. That was the Yo Girth game.
This is the modern gamer right here.
This looks like what's that, Sackboy? Yeah, this is like a Sackboy. A little bit.
Sackboy, that's crazy. Bless you, that name is crazy.
I don't.
Yo, Sony's wrong.
This must be a popular game.
Been playing it.
Yeah, Meat Boys are popular.
Yeah,
Game. Pause.
It is.
You know, people love their
And then another one I got a
what
million.
is it?
Frog Squad.
Which game?
Frog Squad. This got a million views.
Hey, just because it got the view count up, Angel, doesn't mean it's good. I remember
Yeah,
Speed
he going off the cloud. He going off the cloud.
he's going off the casual gamers.
I'm just going off the view count because I mean, the higher the views means there's more interest on it.
So you ready to play this, Angel?
I don't know.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like that means people look for this game to watch the trailer, though. That's what I'm trying to get at, Sammy. So, I mean, if you got a million views, obviously people are looking at this game for a reason.
Shout out to the casual gamers, but we not.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Game.
But you know, the most popular game is like competitive games like League of Legends and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
This shit trash.
sometimes the most popular game.
It doesn't mean it's gonna be the best game.
Some people just never even. I mean, Candy Crush. Isn't Candy Crush the highest rated game on like mobile? Because you know all the
most
boomers like
played
playing
mobile
Candy
game,
Crush.
yeah. But when you
They're
play
making
that, it's
Wuthering
like,
Waves for Xbox. That's crazy.
yeah. But on Stranger Than Heaven, that's the one. You playing all these other these other games because they got the views up.
I mean, I'm sorry, but these games have more interest. I mean, damn.
Are you gonna be playing them, Angel?
Wuthering Waves is a game that I was thinking about, but actually playing.
Yeah, with Genshin,
That one's a good game. From what I heard,
I need to beat Genshin before I get into Wuthering.
I remember I used to play Genshin on mobile back during COVID, but
I used to play Genshin. I played Genshin like every day for like 2 years straight.
yeah, I ain't touching Genshin no more.
Game.
Did you beat the game?
I did everything I could, and even until I realized the end game wasn't fulfilling, and then I was like, I keep doing the same thing over and over. Basically, how I felt about Speedstorm is how I felt about Genshin.
So it's like the story never ends. They just add more.
Pretty much.
Or it does
it's a
come to a
gacha
conclusion.
game. It's a gacha game. That was my first like taste of a gacha game, and then I had to play the game for like 2
Wuthering
years.
Waves.
They offered me.
I might do it. Xbox on PC. I might do it. Might play me some Wuthering Waves.
You might have to switch back and forth. You know, I when they put Aloy in the game,
You said Stalker 2. This only got 112k views.
Is DLC Angel for Stalker 2. Put on Stranger Than Heaven. That's the game you want to see.
It says Strangers in Heaven.
Stranger Than Heaven.
This shit only got 180k views.
Don't worry about the views, man. This man worried about the views.
From what I saw, it looked like a fire game.
Yep.
Oh dang, you walking people down on this one?
Yep.
Be realistic.
Damn, ground and pound. What's this going through, like Chinatown history?
What is this, a China GTA?
No, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this in Japan?
Oh, a Japan GTA?
Pretty much.
I didn't know if it was a Japan or like a Chinatown version of. Snoop Dogg. Yeah, but they in America. This gotta be Chinatown, bro.
Stranger Than Heaven. Interesting.
Did that have a release date?
I didn't see one.
Yeah, sometime this year.
This year?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, watch when that game comes out, Sonic Racing Crossroads gonna
Put that character in the game.
like Yakuza.
Put that map in there too.
Just filling up the roster with Yakuza characters.
Yeah, that game. Like when I first saw the trailer for that, I was like, "Damn, I gotta play that one."
Yeah, I think the game gonna be heat.
It reminds me kind of like I don't know if you guys played it, but Sleeping Dogs.
I haven't played it, but I heard Sleeping Dogs was good.
Oh my gosh, it was better than GTA 5 for me.
Damn,
the graphics aren't amazing, but the action looks good. The action looks good. And I can't say that some people, man, the graphics look great. No, they don't. I mean, compared to like some of the games that are coming out, some games have amazing graphics. I mean, graphics look a little.
The next one
iffy.
you want to show Angel is The Expanse. You're hovering right over it, so that's a good one.
Isn't The Expanse kind of like Exodus or fucking Mass Effect?
Yeah, that's everyone's saying this is the new Mass Effect. Even though EA is making
must not be everybody with 150k views.
So you feeling that?
Now every voice.
You know the issue with Xbox is they
People saying they looking forward to The Expanse. Like if you're looking forward to Exodus, you're looking forward to The Expanse. And if you're a Mass Effect fan, you're looking forward to both those games.
Let me start talking shit. Let me start talking shit.
Tells us if we did right or wrong.
Just like I knew it could never. I mean, what?
Series belongs to Belters.
This man. And we're living in this man's head rent free.
I didn't become a mercenary to run away from my enemies.
You can never.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its own enemies in.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Also, wasn't The Expanse a TV series too? I heard it was a good series.
I actually didn't know that. Wait, is this based off of that?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Which now is gonna make me want to watch the TV series and then play this.
Did you play Mass Effect, Sammy?
Yeah, the first one, way back when.
I heard the Mass Effect trilogy was actually pretty fire.
I heard it was amazing. Just
Yep.
don't talk about Andromeda.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno.
Might have to fuck with this game, man.
Obviously, Hades 2. That was a game of the
It
year.
looks better than
contender.
Starfield.
They had Dispatch.
Yep.
Artificial Detective. That one I thought was interesting.
Hades 2 coming to PlayStation was actually pretty big for me.
I feel like you've said that a lot
Yeah.
in your life.
I mean, it's going into Game Pass like the first one did, but we'll see. Like I said, Arc Raiders definitely could have took someone's spot, and if it had to take a spot, I thought it could have been Hades too.
Nah, man. Don't do that to Hades.
A game that was only released on one platform, Nano? Come on.
Sammy be glazing over his fucking Arc Raiders, bro.
He do, bro. He make it look like that's the only fucking.
Oh, man, you're the reason why a lot of people hate Arc Raider fans.
Hey man, I'm a Crimson Desert head now too. Now what?
Strong you really are.
Sammy, you a gaming clout chaser, man. You go after all the pop.
Will you aid me?
What? If I'm a gaming cloud chaser, then why was I playing Wu Chang? That game wasn't popular.
There's nuance to people.
South of Midnight wasn't popular. Everyone said it was woke, but I played it anyways. And it won an award too. So like,
For my family.
come on now, I keep it a buck. If it's a good game, Sammy knows. Yeah, this might bang like the first one, but was it Game of the Year contender over Arc Raiders? I don't know.
I mean, according to a lot of people, it was.
A lot of people on one platform? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We gotta start.
Right.
We gotta start holding games from being Game of the Year contenders if they can only release on one platform. I'm sorry.
No, nah, you can't do that. It's about Game of the Year.
Yeah,
It
Game of
has
the
to be
Year.
a
Game of the Year. The Game of the Year got to be played in majority people's hands to get a good consensus.
But that deletes the whole purpose of the exclusiveness of consoles, though. Like that'll never happen.
Exactly.
So then maybe those console
That's
games
like
should be
saying-
console
yeah,
Game of
that's
the
like-
Year. Then
That's like saying, nah. See, now you do it too.
we got to set the record straight, gentlemen.
Listen, man, there ain't nothing wrong with exclusives being nominated, my guy.
Yeah, so
Like a game can't win Game of the Year.
PlayStation
Nintendo.
Game of the Year, Xbox Game of the Year, Nintendo Game of the Year.
Bro, that's like saying Nintendo's games can't ever win Game of the Year.
No. They can win Nintendo Game of the Year awards.
That's stupid, bro.
The best Nintendo Game of the Year.
Yeah,
is
so you want them to pat themselves on the back. You want them to pat themselves on the back.
No, because the journalists will still have to vote for their games. Nintendo can't vote their games in.
No.
All there is on the
You want
Nintendo is Nintendo. Oh, the best
best
Nintendo game.
of the year. Like the game that tops them all.
That's the end of D4.
It could be a trash Nintendo year and a slow year for Nintendo, but well, it's a Nintendo game, so it's the best Nintendo game.
Yeah,
Hey man, it is what it is.
that's that trash, bro.
If that's the case, that means Nintendo don't get no awards that year. They don't get a Nintendo Game of the Year showcase.
But you know what it is? Nintendo's Luigi hat Nintendo fans, man. They gonna eat up whatever Nintendo slot they give out.
Yeah.
They gonna love it.
Special detective too.
Taylor, you never had a Luigi hat before, bro.
Only detective in the world. The point is
I
that
never had Luigi, baby.
I'm gonna solve this
I had a
case.
Yoshi
There's
shirt.
just one piece in the
I ain't
puzzle
never had no
that's
Luigi hat.
driving me crazy.
Wait,
No, don't touch me.
motherfuckers
These
fuck
are
with
your
Yoshi,
toys.
man.
These are my toys.
I was
Yoshi?
more of a Toad Yoshi lover myself.
Oh yeah, another one we gotta see after this, Angel, is probably Musa, and then the other one was Alien Deathstorm.
What the?
I know Caleb's gonna love his Musa.
That's good.
Hold on, kid.
I don't like all Asian swords flop. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be good. I think some people, they see if the environment is anything Japan, they just I'm kind of past that. If it's actually good, you know what it,
Japanese, man.
no, I mean, like I said, people lack creativity. It's either a medieval sword and shield, or you ancient Japan as a samurai. You know, they gotta mix it up a little bit.
Caleb was tired of seeing the same.
Am I lying?
Listen,
Yeah,
It's like, bring that shit to Africa.
Asian is one of the best cultures out there, man.
Bro, they can make an Amazonian game, freaking Zulu game, freaking a game in the Arctic. You know, they can do all kinds of
Bro,
stuff.
you know
But
they
it's
gonna
always
play
the same.
Come on. They tried to do that shit with fucking AC, and they some thinking it was woke.
Yeah, they was like, oh, this guy that was real is woke. We can't do that. It's woke.
Yeah, man, people be
Yasuke's a real person. It's woke.
like Sammy said, bro. They was saying South of Midnight was woke.
Yeah, they said something.
First of all, being woke,
But as soon as they won awards, everyone got quiet, right? Crazy.
I guess I'll be woke then. I don't see woke as an insult. So I'm aware of my surroundings. Yes, sir.
They almost buried. This crazy. They almost buried South of Midnight, and I thought, in terms of like a game of its type, it's never been done before. A Tim Burton video game. Stop. When have we seen that?
I think there's
It had a
one
good story too. Like this is why you can't be listening to these grifters, man.
I actually hope I catch
Well,
Midnight. I hope it comes PlayStation Plus.
any game that has a protagonist, a person of color, automatically that the reviews are going to be very unhinged.
Fatigue.
Would come to save them. But even their gloomiest pessimists could never have imagined they'd be pinning all their hopes on a ridiculous old man. Undoubtedly, he was a spry.
But also, it's kind of like once you play the best of a certain genre, kind of aren't trying to go backwards. Like, let's say you play the best medieval sword and shield game or the best Japanese samurai game. Kind of don't want to play the new Japanese game where it's like, 3 times worse.
Angel, go to Musa.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to Musa and let the other one play after Musa, Alien Deathstorm. This is for Caleb out here.
I play one blacksmith game and still a blade. Now niggas is on typecasting.
게다가 삼남 지방에는 정체를 알 수 없는 무리들이 출몰하여 고을을 불태우고 백성들과 관리들을 무참히 도륙하고 있사옵니다.
I will say the graphics look good. I feel like a lot of games, the environment, maybe not the people, but the environments and textures, yeah, really good. Oh damn.
Caleb's like, I gotta get into this game world and save the people. Nah, Caleb, I think you're gonna like this. Trust me.
But your future wife's ancestors, you gotta save. You know what I'm saying? Doo-doo-doo. Oh yeah, the graphics look good, bro. Okay, we got some combat. Oh, we got multiple enemies. Oh, we got giants. Okay, Kaido.
See, Caleb, what I tell you, man? Just because I typecast you don't mean I don't know you.
What you mean you know my favorite Pokemon is? Mosa. Coming 2027, so okay, Xbox. I take everything back I said about Japanese games.
That's crazy.
The sentiment
Yeah,
still stands, but no, the game is good. Okay, Xbox kind of cooking on that one.
Warning. Adverse weather conditions detected. Wind speeds reaching survival threshold. Seek shelter.
Game kind of reminded me of Dead Space.
What is this?
Alien Death Storm.
Is this related to anything, or is this a standalone?
No, it's just a standalone game.
Okay.
Alien Death Storm, aka Aim Down Sights.
Is that all the trailer?
I mean, there's more, but obviously, you know, we not.
We
gonna
gotta watch
those.
everything.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to watch Princess Baking 5000. You know, trailer.
I mean,
Louis
all in
Happy
all, though, I
Snaps.
think I do think a lot of the stuff you showed, Sammy, looked pretty good.
I'm telling you, man. I'm more like obviously I was excited for gaming this year as it is because there's a lot of good games that's supposed to come out. But after seeing this showcase, obviously there was games that we didn't even know that were in development in the work. So I'm even more excited.
I think tomorrow I'm probably gonna go through all of the trailers myself just to see if there's any more things I might be interested in. But it looked like it has a pretty solid lineup, man.
Yeah, I'll say. Usually I get excited for PlayStation. Okay, I think that's most people, but this actually looks like Xbox got some decent games coming, so it's good to see.
Yes,
obviously they're in the future, like 2027. It does look like they got some quality stuff coming. So
yep.
And this ain't even it too, because recently they announced that the Xbox Showcase in June is going to be on the 7th, and they're going to have an after show that is just only for Gears of War. So that's going to be interesting.
I did hear about
whatever
that.
Gears, I'm getting that. Now Gears of War, that's the series I'm in. Same way Sammy gets excited for Arc Raiders.
Nah,
Yeah.
I get excited for Arc Raiders, but when it comes to Fable, it's different. It hits different. That's just a franchise that's near and dear to me.
I feel you, man.
That was my Final Fantasy for me. Like, if I had to compare Fable 1 to a Final Fantasy installation, it'd be like Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 10. for me.
Yeah, I never played Fable growing up, but like everybody that I've heard play Fable loves. Oh my gosh, Fable. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll try this new one.
Shout out
I'll
to
get
Western
some more.
RPGs.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess that's all the topics.
Yes, sir, man. I think it was
Yeah.
a pretty lit episode.
I think we had a good amount. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously we have the finals of divisions, the Dons of Speedstorm versus the final boss this weekend. So, you know, make sure you watch one of the live streams to check it out. It's
Shit,
gonna be
that shit
lit.
might not even
Funny
happen this
races.
weekend. I think they were talking about delaying it until the fucking.
Oh yeah, it depends on
Brazil
when
thing?
Brazil.
Damn. What if it's
If
delayed
it
indefinitely?
Hey, I
Oh,
mean,
dude.
Dino was saying he didn't care. They could wait as long as they need.
Who said they didn't care?
I know.
Dino, that they can
That's
wait as long as
crazy. Dino's like, well, keep practicing every day till it comes up.
So
5 hour practices a day? That's crazy.
I don't know if that's gonna affect the hype, but obviously you'd
Hold on. Boy,
I mean,
at that
look
point,
what
if you
happened
change your
to
pick?
look
What
what
if you
happened
change
to
your
Team
pick?
USA because we waited.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying, I guess. Well, I
Oh,
don't
that was
know
a
how
whole
long they're
ordeal. I
willing
remember
to
that
wait,
art.
though. We waited
Yeah.
like 1 week, but
Yeah.
They
We
don't-
had some Civil War.
they were because Gameloft said that they were. It should be fixed by the new season, which is April 9th.
Yeah, don't say too much because remember, we still got to drop that interview this week. You know, gotta make sure.
No, you wouldn't have to wait if you posted those videos 2 years ago.
Hey. We trying to build hype. We trying to build hype. So if y'all want to know what happened with Team USA and why they came second place, make sure you tune in on Friday.
But I mean, all in all, I mean, I guess we get into the final statements, man. Shit, Sammy, man, go ahead and start it off, man.
As I said, make sure you tune in on Friday because you know that's gonna be a banger. If you thought NA's video was gonna be a banger, because I said it's the best for last, man, this is a close second. You know what I mean? Like Team USA's interview was off the walls as well. Like they were crashing out in there. I remember. But apart from the interviews, of course, you know, Crimson Desert is doing a good job. Arc Raiders is doing a good job. I'm hoping the best. I'm hoping for the best for Bungie. In terms of gaming this year, it's looking good. The output of games is crazy right now. I've never seen this many games that I want to play all at once. I still want to try Screamer. I don't think I'll have the time to play it just yet, just because I'm playing Crimson Desert. And soon enough, you know, freaking Forza Horizon 6 is gonna drop, and that's gonna consume some of my time too. Another live service. And Fable coming around the corner. Like, there's just so many games I'm looking forward to playing that I don't even know how I'm gonna have the time to play all these. Yet beat them. But you know, that's a gamer issue. So I'm excited this year for gaming, like I was last year. But yeah, excited for what follows with the divisions final. I'll be looking into that. I'll be trying to catch that one, but I do work every weekend. Hopefully it just happens before I go to work or something, so I can catch it, or maybe I'll just catch the VOD. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to that final. And apart from that, I'd like to appreciate everyone that tuned in, stuck around with us tonight. People who are engaging in the chat. I know we started a bit late. We're sorry for that, but you know, we still gave you a show. So, like I said, appreciate y'all who came out and spent some time with us. Nano?
Yeah, man, I gotta agree with Mr. Sammy. I thought it was a pretty lit episode. You know, excited for everything we covered, especially with the games coming out, and you know, hopefully some things in the gaming industry gets fixed. Because you know, at the end of the day, we all love video games. So, in a perfect world, we'd want every game to prosper as long as they're made with care and love and passion from the developers. Um, we don't want games and studios to be shutting down. That's never a good sign, especially in this economy when it comes to people losing jobs and whatnot. So let's try to let's not tear games down. Let's be nicer. Let's be nicer to people, man.
Yep, we already saw High Guard just got snapped out of the existence of gaming. So
yep, it did.
It could be any game right now.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Mr. Khalid, man, what's your final statements?
Well, as Caleb Blackfly. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, happy day, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys act the fool today, you know. Get your Fulio Coolio going. Good podcast. Talking about the downfall of gaming, as we see it, but you know what I'm saying, we still gonna make it because that's what us true gamers do. We like adversity. We don't like it. We thrive in it. So we gonna be all right, but looking forward to next week. See what it seems like every week is something new, but I'm curious to see what ends up happening within this next 7 days gaming wise. I guess Pokemon, so Angel, hey, maybe I'll battle you on screen and give you your first butt whoop. You know what I'm saying? But nah. But hey man, good podcast, and happy April Fool's, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my first butt whooping is crazy. My first loss is crazy.
Damn, giving Angel a whoop.
No, my first loss is probably going to be to an 11-year-old.
You putting belt to A?
Belt that.
Hey, you saw that PlayStation April Fool's trailer?
Nah.
You didn't see it? Really?
Nope.
I thought y'all would have saw that. That was actually hilarious.
You might be fooling us right now.
I'm not. I'm dead ass.
No, you never know when Sammy's trolling.
I'm definitely not trolling. I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious right now. I'm about to give you all the link. I'm so serious.
Sammy's like the girl that cried wolf.
Wait, did they delete the trailer?
Yeah, April Fools.
Hold on. No, it's not April Fools. I swear to y'all, they just put that trailer out.
Done with y'all.
No way.
Great podcast. Appreciate everyone that came through the stream today and vibed out with us, and we chatted about everything from Speedstorm to all the related news that's going on today. If you guys like the content, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. And we'll be here next Wednesday for another spicy podcast. And you never know what's gonna happen in the gaming world. So stay tuned if you want to be up to date with everything. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Much love, y'all. Welcome to the CrashOut.
Stream cut shot, but the vibes there. Clips can't catch it the same way. Si tú sabes, you know all good. Next one stream, that's how you understood. That feeling. That's timing. But me same for still is still.